And see that easy, we're right back. All right. Oh, here, I got to give the link again. Hold on. All right. So, yeah, I sent Cyber the new link, and I told him just let me know that it's cool that I'm sending you the links, even though he's already given me confirmation that that was cool. But I just want to ask again because I'm polite, respectful, and I'm smart, right? But yeah, he told me when he has time, he has no issue with that, so it is what it is. I just make sure I do everything right. I'm smart. All right. Batman loves soda. All right. So, how's everybody doing out there today? How are the peasants doing? I hope that you're doing well. Hope you're all right out there. I hope you're having, not too hard of a time coping with my success, but I'm sure you are because, well, my success never stops. That's right. But yeah, man, like I said, if you're wondering why I'm going live all the time, this is my job and I get paid to do it. Would you not? That's my job right now. I got to go live as much as possible. I got to try to do all this. I got to try to build all this. I got to keep pushing. Got to keep pushing. I got to push it because I'm a hustler. I got to push it, man. I got to make all this money. Like I said, God told me I'm going to get paid to exist, and that's exactly what it is. But speaking on Darren Long, like I said, Darren Long, I don't know. I think it's good that he stands his ground. I'm not going to speak on all his actions, and I don't know all of his actions. I was trying to look at a couple of the videos on different social media networks. I find them pretty interesting because I just know how Atlanta is, man. I've been all down that way. I don't think I've ever met him. I might have, and if I did, I didn't think nothing of it. Um, but I've been all out. I've been all down there, bro. All downtown. I used to be downtown Atlanta all the time. 5 Points. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been in all that. I've been in the detention center downtown. I've been in, it was either DeKalb or either DeKalb or Cobb County, something like that. I've been all through there, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, it just is what it is. Atlanta's really corrupt, bro. Like super corrupt. That's what people don't get. It's super corrupt. You know what it is predominantly, right? Like I said, it's just different out there, man. Like the hoods is different, people are different, the ghetto's different, things are a lot more active. People are a lot more active. People just really have a different attitude and vibe, man. Like a lot of them, they just don't seem to understand reality. You got a lot of country folks out there too. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? Hell is that? Oh, I think it's just one of these little things. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I need to look more into it. I want to. I find it pretty interesting. I just find the character pretty interesting. Darren Long, he's like a security guard over there in Atlanta, I believe. I think it's right around 5 Points. That's what it looks like. It looks like that little area. It's got a bunch of little tiendas, little stores, and I don't know. He kind of made a little bit of a name. Mosquitoes. He kind of made a little bit of a name. I didn't drop my sunglasses. Oh hell no. Oh, that's awesome. See a crazy looking spider right there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move from this spot. Man, those spiders do not go away, do they? They love me. I don't know what it is about me and spiders, bro. Like, am I secretly Spider Man or something, or what's up? Because they just always around me. They love me. I like they creepy little critters too, man. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully it didn't get me right now. I don't know. I just saw them. And then you never know what's what, and what they're actually capable of, what they can do. I'm sure they're capable of a lot more than a red pill. I'll tell you that. Red pill said, red pill, the red pill, red pill. He's still begging. Red pill said, red pill, red pill, living in a chicken coop. Red pill. He mad as hell every day 'cause he's a red pill. Oh, I can't get that song I invented out in my head. Rob Whack, oh, Rob Whack, Whack. It's so catchy, man. Like, I think I'm gonna be singing it like Elvis at like whole concert. People gonna be like, "Who the hell is Rob Whack?" And be like, "Hey, he's just this guy. This guy. You're not that guy, guy. I'll tell you right now, guy. You're not that guy, guy." Who was Rob Whack? He was a failure. That's what he was. That's what Rob Whack was. Failure. Right, Rob Whack? Look at my beautiful hair, my beautiful Goldilocks. Yeah, man, no, I'm just chilling, bro. We just chilling. We get paid to chill now. You know what I mean? People watch. They like listening to me, like looking at me, whatever. They admire. I really don't care, man. They hear me talk. It's whatever. But I got to get my money. It's that simple. I got to get my bread. Got to get my bread and that money. Yeah. But yeah, man, I have a lot of fun doing this, man. Like I said, my career is fun as hell. But I think Darren Long does the right thing. I mean, I think you kind of have to stand your ground. If you in Atlanta, you got to stand your ground, bro. I mean, that should be common sense. You know what I mean? Atlanta's different, bro. Like even the women is different in Atlanta. Even the women don't play. You know what I mean? I've been all through Atlanta. I have to survive some real stuff in all them hoods and stuff. That's how I know. That's the whole difference between me and everyone else. I'm real. I got a real story. I've been through a lot. I never took the high road. I didn't give myself no excuses. Never used any excuses. And that's why I don't talk to fake people. Because fake people, they're going to try to modify my story. You stole my story, right? They're going to want to modify my story because they in their feelings because they know I'm real. Like, my life is my life. My business is my business. If I don't have nothing to do with you and I don't know you and you a complete stranger, you out of luck. It's just that simple. You got to keep that away from me. Feel me? Like I talk to people, but you got to talk to me the right way. If you coming on some weird stuff, I'm gonna make sure that I get the hell away from you. There ain't nothing to talk about. You understand? I don't do weird behavior. That's something I really don't do, bro. I take that very seriously. I think anybody should. It's concerning. Like it's disturbing. It's weird. You know what I mean? So, like I said, moving forward, I mean, I think Darren Long does the right thing for the most part. I mean, I could see how somebody might think that he escalates things or maybe he's a bit too aggressive. I didn't really understand that until I was looking at some of the videos, and then I understand what they're saying. I get that, but at the same time, being somebody that's done bar security for like 6, 7 years, I mean, if you're really doing your job, you kind of got to do that. That's what people don't get. They all want to comment. This is the problem with the commenting culture, with the culture of today. They all want to act like you're at their mercy and discretion, and you're not. Like, the dude has a job to do. That's why he said, like, every time they had him testify or talk about something, he said, nope, this is what I had to do in this instance. And that's the truth. Like, he has a job to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't like, that's the thing, bro. I find that so crazy, all these positions and jobs, but then you got the government, they not even paying you right to do them. They who license you to do them, so they want you to carry out whatever their work and do what you're doing, which is still basically for the government, right? If you're protecting people or whatever you're supposed to be doing, it's usually never really protecting people. Your job description gets modified. It says one job description to the public, but then the actual job description is different. You feel what I'm saying? We all know that's the truth. We all hold these truths to be self-evident, right? So I mean, if you doing security and you doing it out there where he's at in Atlanta, bro, yeah, you gonna need to hold your own, because if you don't, I mean, it's that area is notorious, bro. Like, that's what you gotta understand. Like, you can see it on the camera what you dealing with. Like, I remember all them folks like that. I probably met half of them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them, like, they good people. They not all bad people or nothing, but people are just trying to do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is, but I just think trying to judge someone when you're not willing to have the heart to take the risk they've taken, and you're not willing to put yourself in their position and their shoes. I mean, I just think that's despicable personally, especially for the courtrooms to do it. Because that's my point, is the reason I'm talking about it. They so quick to want to charge him, and he would just say it like he handled it all like a G. If you ask me, he would say, like, okay, like, put the cuffs on. That's what he would say. You know what I'm saying? To me, he had the right attitude about it all. Like he was about his business. I think he's a good security dude, to be honest with you. I think that we need more people like that in the community. I think that that's the problem, number one, if you want me to be really real with you. I think number two, right, to take it a little further, I just think the government shouldn't have a right to judge you like that. I don't think they should have a right to say that you're doing anything wrong. I mean, when you have a job to do, like, nah, you have to stand your ground, man. You have to protect yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You're still number one. You got a job to do. You trying to make your money and leave, and that's it, and do your thing. I think he does a pretty good job, man. Personally, I don't think too many other people are going to say that, but I think that's the truth. And the reason I'm talking about it is because it translates somewhat to what I've done and what I'm going to be doing, right? And that's the thing, is like the Batman thing. Like, I'm not security. I'm Batman. It's a huge difference. Just why, when people try to twist it and say, oh, you're doing this, and that's why I correct them, because no, I'm not doing any of that. That's not what I said. It has to be said a specific way in a specific manner. There's no nuances with Batman. Batman is just Batman. Batman's going to do what Batman wants, period. I don't care who likes it. There's nothing they can do about it. But my whole point is, even as Batman, in this world, in the world that we occupy and we all live in, there's rules. Okay? As much as it sucks, there is rules. There's things you have to do. There's a way that you have to go about things, whether you like it or not. And that's the truth. The truth is that, you got to really pay attention, right? And you just got to go about doing things the right way, because if you don't, I mean, yeah, they're going to look for a reason, bro. They always are. They're always looking for a reason, because they're going to make money off you. Anybody they lock up, they're going to make money off. All of them. They make like 1,000 for each person or more. Like racks, that system. It may not be someone specific, but they going to eat off that. They going to get something. You know what I mean? So that's my whole point. Your system is predatory. And that was the way it was designed. See, Batman is a little different, because I'm not asking permission. I'm not asking no questions. I'm not security. I'm not none of that. I'm just a civilian. You understand? So I get the same rules as everybody. That's what I'm saying. You have to be smart. You have to be careful. You have to make the right decisions, right? You still have to protect yourself, but you got to do everything the right way and be really efficient. And that's why when I go to New York, I'm hoping that God will provide me with the budget I need and the money. I've been getting downloads all day too. Like it's all about to come. Like right now, that's what I feel like. Like I'm talking messages nonstop about you about to have a miracle come and it's gonna be life changing for me. That's what it's saying. And this has been nonstop. I just don't show them to y'all because it ain't none of y'all's business. People want to block my blessings. Why would I keep telling them how I'm about to get blessed? I think it's coming right now. You feel me? So when it does, like I said, then for sure I'm taking a trip up to New York. You know what I mean? Um, I want to have Christina with me for everything. You know what I mean? I just want to be with Christina. Um, but yeah, my everything is about trying to do this in New York, man. But I'm just saying, you got to be careful about what you do. You got to be careful about how you handle things. Um, and that's why when I have the budget right and the money, I'm probably going to be kind of going off grid more, and I'm going to be kind of like concealing my identity. So like it's going to be like a new Batman, man. It's not going to be the Batman you're used to on here. Like I said, people will probably be able to tell what's going on, and but I'm probably going to be impossible to ID. Like I said, I have to cover my face, man. It's that simple. I want to be unideable for a lot of reasons. I don't need to explain them. It's just, so everybody's good and just so that I can do what I'm doing completely. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing. Like I'm limitless and I'm not going to be limited or bound to anything, to any rules, to anything. I'm no laws, no nothing. 100% Batman is above the law because he has to be. That's the whole point. Like, what I'm doing, you have to have no restrictions. You got to be able to do what you got to do. You understand? It's a movement. That's the thing. People don't get what you built. You built an independent entity, right? Who doesn't ask permission and builds empires and takes over kingdoms. Okay, that's the truth. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm here to do is build an empire. Like I said, I'm not sitting here fronting. I'm not you regular folks. I ain't no YouTubers. That's why I think it's crazy when people be trying to talk crazy to me. It's like, do you have any idea who you talking to? Like, do you have any clue who I am? You're right. Do you like your eyes work? You need an eye and ear exam? Because my history, it speaks for itself. I don't gotta talk. You see my point? See, that's what they want. They want to do talking because they want you to say something wrong or whatever. When nothing's wrong, I can say whatever I want to do what I want. Especially when I'm speaking in public to the internet to whoever, right? But my history is so deep and I'm such a thorough dude that like it's literally crazy. Like who is you talking to? You ain't talking to me. I know that. Either that or you in denial of reality or you don't know who I am and everything like that I've done, all my stripes. Like clearly you don't know my history. Clearly. You got to be kidding me. You plan. What? Batman loves soda. Me and my RC cola. My cola. Mine. Back. My RC. Mine, mine, mine. But yeah, man, people is just funny. People are hilarious, and yeah, they're all delusional. So, like I said, I mean, everybody's pretty much shown their true colors. I know who's who. I know everything, man. I know all these people participated in a plot against me. It took everyone to go against little old me. And like I said, you know what God told me? He said, if everyone's against you, then how powerful have you become? Exactly. It's amazing, man. You know, like I said, I don't do my live streams for people to think they're amazing and cool. That's awesome if you do, but I'm not at anybody's discretion, man. I could care less about anybody's opinion. You know, if they tell me that's cool, but I ain't asking. You know, what I want, like when I bring people on the show, I want people's opinions on the topics. I want to know what they think about certain things. Gotcha. I want to know what they think about certain things and certain topics. It's nice to have the right people on here sometimes to talk with and go over these topics and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said, it just gets everything in the right space, in the right place, at the right time, so that we can continue to cover all the content and make it digestible for the public. And That's about it, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm really hoping that spider didn't get me a minute ago. But it is what it is. What was I gonna say? But yeah, Darren Long, I feel like he does a good job, man. Like truly, I feel like he does his job well. I feel like he does a good job, and I feel like we need more people like him in the community, man. Like that's the thing, bro. Like they try to give him a hard time. All them fools is just standing around them little mini marts, not doing nothing. It's got to be near the Underground Mall of Atlanta, and y'all just gonna stand there and y'all don't do nothing. And then like they trying him and talking to him crazy and talking to whoever, and his job is to try to maintain order and peace and restore order in a chaotic environment. That don't sound kind of like what Batman has to do. See the point? It's kind of the same thing, but see, that's the thing. His system is human, first of all, and it's very inhumane. So it's really not human. And your system is completely flawed and it's a joke. And like I said, what your system has done, because don't get it twisted, not just all these people who contributed and did all this, but the system as well. The system is the problem. And the system is the enemy, and the system has never helped any of us. Let's get real. And the system is so slow that they've literally made it and designed where now there is a Batman, right? And that Batman has no jurisdiction, has no rules, has no nothing to follow. He just does what he wants, and that's the truth. Like I said, I mean, it hasn't quite been to that capacity yet. Of course, I've been smart and I have to make good decisions here. But when I get to these other states and cities, oh no, nah, bro. I mean, I've got full leeway to do whatever I want. That's what y'all don't get. There's nothing pretty about Batman. There's just not. It's all about complete dominance and power. I just take what I want and do what I want. It's just a straight gangster. So that's the thing. Like I'm in my villain era right now, and these people don't get it. I don't care how you look at me. If you think I'm a villain, more power to you. If you think I'm the hero, more power to you. I don't really care either way. I can't be a villain when I'm standing up for what's right. See, that's the thing. A lot of the good people they try to paint like we're the villains, like we're the problem. How are we the problem when your system is flawed and your system is the problem? Like what? Like people like Darren Long, I would stand up for all day because I understand what it's like to make a living doing security. I had to do it, and I understand how out of pocket people get and how they act, and that things happen because I've been through it numerous times. You know what I mean? Like I said, I ain't never took an L yet because when I was doing my job, it's just a job, bro. I matter, and it is what it is. Like I'm number one. I come first. My job is how I make money. I got to take care of myself. And anything I do, my job is to make sure I'm good and make it home. If I go out of state, my job is to make sure I'm good and make it home. That's what people don't get. That's what people thinking about. They don't care about all these other folks. No, I mean you try to care about people, but people start acting some way. Well, why would I care? You know what I mean? Like, why would you care about folks that are ignorant and ain't doing nothing for you? I mean, look at all them fools. They just standing on the block. Are they contributing to society? No. Are they doing anything to help anyone? No. Why should you care about them? Like, genuinely. Like, I don't understand. See, they want to give rights to people who play victim all the time. And that's what you've made a bunch of professional victims. Literally, a bunch of people that want to play victim all the time when they're literally never the victim. Like it's just weird. You know what I mean? That's why you have all that weird internet behavior because y'all are creating and raising cowards and people who can't think. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've realized what it is just people are jealous because I'm a genius and they wish that they were as smart as me. And I guess you can't just get smart or be smart like me. I guess that's something that's impossible. So they just mad as hell. Like, okay. So you was trying to punish me for my intelligence. You ain't do nothing but promote me, which is common sense because that's all that's possible. You don't have any power over me. You're delusional, and that's it. And you have to deal with that every day. People like that. That's crazy. Like that's just a form. That's a small part of your karma right there. You haven't done nothing. You're just throwing a hissy fit and a tantrum. And when you're dealing with grown adults, that's weird. It's petty. Doesn't make any sense. See what I'm saying? It's embarrassing. It's downright embarrassing, bro. You feel me? So, like I said, I love who I am, bro. I love how I look. I love how smart I am. I love how I move. I love what I do. I love every decision I make. I make the right decisions. Mosquitoes are bad today. But like I said, we gonna keep on doing our thing, man. I ain't even worried, bro. But like I said, that's the thing, in the movies they depict like Batman will run around and kind of do whatever he wants. And honestly, I think that's the way that it ends up being because this what people don't get is this is divine justice. This is God's will. God is gonna do what he wants regardless. God don't care about this corrupt system. They a joke. Tiffany Henyard is a joke too, by the way. I think she's like the mayor of some city. Like she has been nothing but a joke. She makes excuses. She has no accountability. She sits there on the stand just looking like she does, like she was getting into it literally in the mix, right? Pretending because she's not tough. Like in the actual, I think like the Capitol building or something like that. Like it's just crazy, bro. Like y'all appoint these people to be leaders, bro, and you know that all they want is money and they criminals. That's crazy, man. We got a bunch of criminals that are fake wannabe politicians in this system, bro. All of them. Ah, they're all criminals. All of them. None of them are any better. None of them are any different. They're all pretty much identical, right? That penguin made me drop my sunglasses. Penguin likes to blame other people for his problems, so maybe I should too. It's your fault, Penguin. It's your fault, Penguin, that I dropped my glasses because you and your brother. It's your fault, Penguin. That Penguin, he watches me religiously. He's a fanatic. He's a Tyree Sneed fanatic, and then he'll try to act like he's responding somehow or getting get back or talking to me through his channel. He's a complete schizo, completely out of his damn mind. That Penguin, you need help, Penguin. Like, you need real, you need God. That Penguin needs God. Yeah, you need a Bible. Like, real talk. We need to have like a Bible study for Penguin so I can conduct a whole exorcism. It's ridiculous. I'll have to bring the holy water and everything. Like, real talk. I, like if I become an actual pastor on top of what I'm doing, which I really think may happen, I think I'm going to do that. Like I wish I could get the power. Like I guess I'd have to be ordained or something, but where I can just like show up, like literally just show up where you're at and just be like, I'm here to conduct an exorcism. And have my cross and my holy water. May the power of Christ compel you. But like not joking, like the real thing. Like I have the power to do it. I divinely exercise spirits without trying. Like that's all I need. Get me my cross, get me my holy water, show up. I'm ready to perform the exorcism. Like real talk, that's all I gotta do. I could really do it, bro. I have a gift. I do it without trying, bro. I'm telling you, like that church cult, bro, that church group. I'm telling you, bro. Raul was right there. It was nighttime. He's standing in front of me like where I'm sitting or sleeping, and his eyes turn all white, bro. Y'all think I'm making this stuff up, bro? Then the same kind of thing, kind of. I didn't see like white, but well with him I did. I'm talking about with Mark, the Mark dude. He was possessed too, and then they was trying to make excuses for it and fake talking in front of me. Meanwhile, they in cahoots with the red triangles. That's why they tried to bring me back there. Yeah, y'all were trying to set me up. And I'm gonna tell you who told on y'all too, Geneva. She didn't have to say anything. I saw it in her eyes. Yep, I saw fear in her eyes. So right there, like, okay, that shows me what it is. So just like y'all try to target that dude that was there on court order, right? Yeah, all them fools in that church group, they gonna go to prison. All of them. They all involved in a plot. They are part of this federal lawsuit now. They all gonna end up in prison. And you can run and tell them. Real talk. Like you silly, bro. Like, see, that's why you don't do that. You just don't do that. See, people want to play games with real people and real gangsters for no reason and play games behind their back and play in front of their face. We don't tolerate that. Like I said, as soon as I filed that federal lawsuit, everybody got to come to court, bro. Everybody. What? See, you can't do that. See, smart people, those people aren't smart. They're ignorant as hell. Smart people would run away from this federal lawsuit. They wouldn't be jumping out the box to be a part of it. See my point? Smart people would make sure they watch their actions around me and make sure like when I hear it's like with anyone. When I hear that people go about things a certain way, I'm careful around them. Like I'm careful what I say. I'm careful how I speak because you gotta handle things, like a fragile box. All right, that bird's starting to agitate me. Give him the squirrel look. You still squawking, huh? Huh? Look at him. You have a heckler today. He's like red pill. Look, they got quiet. See, they know what's up. Still kind of talking though. Hey, listen here, red pill. Pipe down. When I'm talking, I want silence. I have control over the birds. Y'all think I'm kidding? What? All right, maybe not. Getting louder again. Oh, okay. Now he's gonna throw an echo in there. He's like Rob Wack. They're everywhere, man. Millions of them. How many are there? They're like gremlins. They're flying around here. They're communicating with each other. They know what they're doing. They're probably like, yeah, get him. They're talking to each other. See? Isn't that cool though? They're communicating. That's crazy. And they fly around and communicate. I hear dog. Animal Kingdom is impressive, man. They're all communicating right now. They're talking about something. I don't know what they're talking. Isn't that crazy? They give each other updates and stuff and let them know. It's crazy, son. But yeah, man, Atlanta is different, man. Atlanta is real as hell, bro. You just gotta understand, man. That's a crazy environment, bro. I give Darren Long credit for doing that job, man. That's just not an easy job. I understand how rough that job is. I understand how hard it is, and it just breaks my heart to see that you have a system with no compassion, no empathy that still will do that, and they actually did that. I think they threw him in jail or had him do some time. Like, bro, it's his job. Like, I mean, he's not being the aggressor. He's doing what he has to do. What is he going to do? Back down and let something like just whatever happen? Nah, bro, ain't nobody going to do that. He shouldn't. You know what I mean? That's the thing people don't understand. Like in the street, this is what's so crazy about your injustice system, your court system, your system of injustice. Who are they to speak on situations that they weren't in and don't have the heart to be in? They're all cowards. The judges wear a skirt for Christ's sake. Like, are you kidding me? They wear a skirt. Like, you might as well curtsy and bow. Like, you know what I mean? You're wearing like an Irish kilt trying to tell me what to do. Like, it's a joke. The system is a joke, and that's the way people look at it. Like, I'm just telling you the truth. The rules of the street are way different than what the courtroom wants to portray. The courtroom is just there predatory to try to take advantage, and y'all never get smart, bro. That's why I get smart. That's why I always talk about being smart and handling things right. These people take it like because I'm smart, like I'm not real or something all of a sudden, bro. I'm the realest of the real. That's why when you real, you got to pay attention to that system because that system is the enemy. They're not your friend. They're the enemy. That's why when people say, "Oh, I'm going to run to these people for my problems," why would you run to the people who are corrupt and who are probably doing it to you and licensing it? If you were smart and you actually woke up and understood how the real world works, you wouldn't run to those people for your problems. You wouldn't run to anybody for your problems. You would stand up and yes, 100% handle it yourself. I take the law into my own hands, straight up. Always have, always will, and they'll be the first people to tell you, "Oh, don't do that." Who are you to tell me what to do when I ain't trying to be like? I'm not trying to be a sucker. I'm not trying to work for the system. You see my point? And nothing against nobody. Like I said, whatever career you do is a career. I respect anybody who does any of those careers. I truly do. I have respect for everybody on different levels. But what I don't have respect for is when you sign up to do something and then you think your job description is different or you want to do the opposite of what your job is. If you're a public servant, be a public servant, nothing else. That's what you are. And people get that misconstrued. And when they start to act like they're the authority, that's what people in the public don't like. And it's because it's a predatory system. They have quotas they have to meet. So they have to issue their quota of tickets so they can get by. It's just like YouTube. See, that's the thing. We don't do the same thing, but it's got at all, but we got similarities. I have a quota personally for how many videos I got to try to put up, right? For how many live streams I got to do, for how long I got to talk or how I'm going to speak. I have my own quotas, but my quotas fortunately don't take advantage of people in the public. It's just a horrible job. I would never want to do it. Being Batman, totally different. You know what I mean? So that's why I never let people get it misconstrued, because Batman doesn't do any of that. We all know what Batman is and what he does. And like I said, Batman is an enforcer. That's what he is. And it's 100% by the book. It's 100% legal. Like, you need a Batman. Every city I've seen, every city on every social media network begging and asking for a Batman. Now you're getting one. God has answered your prayers and has given you what you asked for, right? And this Batman here is so smart. I'm never going to get into trouble like that, man. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that I would ever be put in a situation like that. Like, I'm not saying I won't be in some real crazy situation. Oh, for sure, but I know how to handle them. I've been doing this long enough, man. I've been doing this a long time, you know. And the fact is that when you get in situations like that and people are just reacting, or they're coming undone and they're angry and doing whatever, you lose all control. And I'm cool with that. I accept it. But you don't have to have control, because it's all in God's hands. It's God's will. It's a part of God's plan. That's how I try to look at it. Feel me? Here's the facts, man. If you got a Batman moving around, right, and he's wearing a mask, and like, I want it to be like a bulletproof mask that covers my mouth, because you need that to protect. I need, like, you're not going to want to leave this part of your face. I wouldn't want to leave this part exposed. This needs to be protected too. All of this is important. This is how I eat. This is how I speak. Everything. So people act like the concept of Batman, like you can just always have that part uncovered, like in the movie. No, like, I don't believe that. I could do it like that, but to do that, it's silly. Like, why? When you can cover it up, and then when you talk, it'll sound so much cooler anyway. You'll sound like Bane, because you'll be talking through a thing or whatever. As long as I'm breathing good in it, like, it is what it is. But that's the thing. Once I cover this part of my face, I'm unideable completely. And I wear the whole suit. I'm talking about the whole. It's got to be full coverage. That was the point of Batman. It's a ninja that's in like all black, decked out, and it's all covered. You can't tell who that is. You could look at the movements and try to compare. That's the thing. They're gonna. I mean, I'm sure they'll try to do that at some point. Oh, look, he has the same movements, and he said that he was going to be Batman in New York. That's him. But you would have no evidence or proof, right? Not that I'm ever doing anything wrong, but you would have no evidence or proof. You wouldn't. You could talk to me personally, say, we believe that's you. You could sit me down and, you know what I mean, interrogate and have me at the table with the feds and the CIA, and I'd just sit there calmly, and you'd get nothing from me. Loose lips sink ships, right? They'd sit there. Here's these pictures. Where were you on the night of May 9th, 2028? And I'd be like, I don't know, Bill. I was with Christina. I was with my wife getting busy. Like I would make a whole joke out of it, like, you better take this matter seriously, sir, because we believe that you're the Batman. I'd be like, no, I just play Batman on my channel for content. It's just fun and games. No, I just dress up in a costume. Well, you were quoted that it was a bulletproof vest and that you were doing the real thing, and you even alluded that you would be Batman in New York, sir. And here we have these pictures of you with a grappling thing, and you're climbing up onto the rooftop of the Empire State Building and flying down on this pair of wings here. Are you going to tell us that this isn't you? That's right. That's not me, sir. Well, we have suspicion to believe that this is you. You're the only one who is the Batman and claims to be the Batman and studies. And look, here we have this video of here, right? Where you defeated an entire gang of 200 little homies, right? And I'd say, I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I would never do anything, not even to a fly. I just dress up as Batman and I make it look cute. I'm like a Disney character. What do you mean? That's me. That's not me. I'd say maybe they copied the movements that I've done on my channel. Like, I'd be laughing right in front of their face. Like, they'd be like, well, we think this is you and we believe we have a case. And I'd be like, well, but you don't because you can't see his face. So you can pretend all you want, but you technically don't. You'll never have a case. You'll never have any concrete proof or evidence because the Batman you're talking about in those pictures and those videos, his face is covered. You can say whatever, you can pretend, you can try to say it's me, but it ain't. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I control the perception on here too. You got to be a crazy guy to be Batman, man. You know, and there would be no purpose to do all that anyway because everything I'm doing is the right thing. But I'm just saying it'd be kind of funny. It'd be hilarious. We have the red triangle. Contact us and tell us that this has to be you here flying on a bat pod at 800 miles per hour. You were on the scenic route, right? And then your bat pod started flying in the air. Then on on the night of June 9th, 2030, we saw you flying over rooftops in a tank that we believe is a tumbler. Was that you, sir? Be like, no, man, no. 2030? No, I was over there in Connecticut, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. There's nothing you can do. All you can do is speculate. Well, that kind of looks like him. He moves like him. He's fast. He's doing the 52 blocks like him, but you don't have any evidence or proof. You understand? See, that's the thing. These people, you brag too much. You talk too much. You want to talk about it, or y'all self snitch. See, that's why Batman can't be y'all. Those other groups, because y'all love to self snitch. If you put Crip Mac in a bat suit, he probably wouldn't do too good out there. If you put any of y'all, if you had put, King Von in a Batman suit, it would have looked hilarious. He would have looked like the Predator, and he would have self snitched immediately. Yeah, I was an old block, and I was Batman, and I did this. See right there, self snitching. Batman's career's over. So don't get mad at me because I have all the power. Don't get mad at me because you know I'm smart and you know I'm the real thing. You understand? But that's what I want, man. I want like a cage mask over my face that looks kind of like Bane, like super bad, but like I want it to literally be like bulletproof. That one would have worked kind of, but it just messed up. Like allergies and it's hard to explain. And then it wasn't. It was the foam fell off of it right away because everything on Timu is cheap, right? And I haven't gotten barely anything off Timu. I don't use stuff from Timu. I don't know what you're talking about. But that's the thing. The padding, the foam fell off right away. That's supposed to be right here. So like it just presses and it sucks. It hurts. So like I can't really wear it for long periods of time anyway. I could do it, but I'm gonna have a headache afterwards, and nobody wants that. And then trying to put it here really was bad because like my chin keeps like you know tapping it, and with things I've been through, like with that truck in the past, it's just not good for me. I'll have a headache. It doesn't take much for me to get a headache. I already had one today a little bit, and it's from wearing the armor. So if I go out tomorrow as Batman, I'm probably going to be in the bulletproof vest. Yes, I'll tell you ahead of time. I ain't worried. The Red Triangles be taking notes tomorrow. He's going out in the bulletproof vest. They're writing in their notepad, like because they know that the bulletproof vest doesn't cover my ribs, like as if anybody would ever do anything to me. Ha! You know, literally. And I talk about everything, Wody. You feel me? It's just funny, man. You know what I mean? Y'all are funny, but I don't know, man. I've thought about completely converting to the armor, like almost completely, like wearing it every day for that reason because it's smart, it's wise. But with that, the only thing I need is trying to cover the arms somehow with some stuff and cover. I need like blockades like to protect my legs. So I need like steel like shin guards and stuff like that, like for my knees, but they got to be like really resistant. That's the thing. Everybody wants to talk about it. Like the one dude on Groovy Jimmy's panel brought up Kevlar, but that's what everybody says. Everybody turns to Kevlar. Kevlar is resistant. It's not proof. You could use Kevlar, but it's just a component. But there's so much more to this. It gets so much deeper than that. And you've had several people try to build bat suits that were functional. The only man that's ever built functional bat suits is Tyrese Sneed. Is that not crazy? It proves I'm a genius because it wasn't even hard. I just took a bulletproof vest and put a cape on it. Like it's not that difficult. And then I took the steel armor and put a cape on it. Ooh, so difficult, right? And it's all functional. Like it's not that hard, man. You'll overcomplicate everything. It's just like stocks. Stocks are easy if you just go off intuition. The stock market is based off of algorithms and patterns of human behavior. If you quit overcomplicating it, it becomes a lot easier. You understand? Yeah, I'm a stock market expert because of what I've done. I'm in a stock settlement lawsuit. I had over 70,000 shares of a stock though. I'm only like struggling and broke, whatever if you want to call it that, which I mean I really haven't been. I've done well the whole time, but things only are hard for me sometimes because all the money I worked for all these years went into that stock. And then they heard me wrong on Groovy Jimmy's panel. They said I never really lost anything. I pulled the money out of the stock, I believe. I pulled the money out of everything. I believe I did. And I never lost any. I've never lost a red cent. That's what people don't get. I've had the formula for success my entire life. Well, y'all took it wrong what I said when I was talking about because I said it wrong and I knew y'all were going to take it the wrong way because I used the wrong wording and y'all took it literally. But no, nobody ever like that because I was talking about the bank account with over 300,000. I said they closed the account, so they thought they were saying like they just like all my money disappeared. No, I spent all that money. I said that they closed it, and if you kept listening because it was loud because too many people were talking, I said they closed it after I spent all the money. So that was the point. Like I would call up and I literally fired my broker. And then when I would call up because they had like advice counseling on there still that you could call them and talk to them, and I'd be like, I want to withdraw a $15,000 bond because I'm going to go buy a car. And I was buying cars like going to the grocery store. And they would just be like, I strongly advise against you doing that, Mr. Sneed. I don't think you should do that. Well, that's fine. Whatever you think is duly noted, and now you're fired. That's pretty much how the conversation went. Because I don't care because I'm like you read the way Red Pill is a golden goose and he lays golden eggs. That's pretty much how I am in reality. I you know what money. That's right. That's how I feel. 100%. I'm doing it right now in front of your eyes. Am I not? I'm getting paid to speak. How many of you get paid to talk? None of you, right? I have the best career. I'm at the highest career level on this network, and these people don't want to just bow down and pay homage. Bow down, bow down. That's an awesome song by Head P. I love that band. I think they're cool. Their lead singer is Jared. I thought Jared was cool. Jared got pretty ripped too. He was huge, bro. He'd be holding the mic like this, doing screamo. Like I used to like them. I thought Jared was pretty cool. I think he's still a sellout. I still think they're like Masons and a sellout. I think it's kind of fake and a derivative, but I like what he talks about. He says the truth. He says it raw and uncut for what it is about everything. A bunch of stuff that you people online would go crazy over because the things he talks about, he justifies everything that you claim to be against, but yet these people know human behavior is human behavior and they're not against it. And if anything, they're the ones participating in doing it all. It doesn't matter what you do. What matters is what you do that's illegal. That's what matters. Like, but yeah, as far as, that was the thing, like what Cyber was asking me today, he was talking about upholding the law. Oh no, Batman's job isn't to uphold the law at all. Batman's job is, to preserve peace and to stand for something in justice against all corruption. So Batman's job is to stand against corruption. It's nothing to do with upholding the law. That's just a personal belief that I said I have. They were two separate statements and issues. But Batman, that's not his job. Batman doesn't care about the law, to be honest. Batman has a job to do. Batman has to stand up for what's right no matter what, and the law is not necessarily upholding what's right. That's the thing. And my deal is I believe in the law as in the law is the law and the law of the land as in like the Constitution. That when you say the word law, that means the Constitution. Oh, Batman definitely protects, defends the Constitution. So in that case, yeah, but when you say uphold the law, that kind of sounds different. And you can't do that as Batman. You just can't. Like, that's you want to you want to run from that. I go the totally opposite direction of that. That is not what Batman does. Batman just stands against corruption and stands up to all the evil and the villains. That's what Batman do. In all the movies, did Batman care about any of that? No. Batman did what he did right in front of everybody. It's the same thing here. I don't have to ask permission. I don't even have to have people cool with what I do. They are. Here everybody respects me and loves me and knows what I do and loves what I do. They actually back me and support me, which is awesome. And hopefully it's that way in New York, but I'm just saying it doesn't always have to be, and you're going to have people who have a vested interest who aren't going to be like that because they're going to be corrupt. Like New York, we all know New York corrupt. It's the same thing in that new Batman movie, like he said when he came through, right? What did he say? What is the corrupt guy? And he's literally the main guy, bro. And he comes through and he comes to that scene and Batman's there and he starts giving him a hard time, right? Because he was corrupt and he's trying to cover up what he's doing. Right? So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be just like that. You're going to have, hard times. You're going to come across some people that are going to act a certain way. And what did Batman do? He kept his cool. He just looked at the dude. He literally tries to move into the room, right? Remember? And the guy goes like this, right? And you see what he's doing, right? Batman remains calm, and Batman's looking down, trying to walk into the room, and Batman just looks at him like this and just gives him that stare because, I mean, you're talking about just it's all me. It's all about me. All these years of pain, suffering, everything, all the trauma I've been through, all the things I've survived. You're talking about all that, and you just see it in my eyes. That's a scary thing to look at. That's what people don't get. That's what Pac would talk about. Pac would say, they scared to look in the eyes of a thug. You know what? It's a fact. Because when you come from what I come from, when you come from the real thing, it's different. You look different. Your eyes are different. You like me. I have like that stare that you get from what fair. Like, you know what I mean? Like where you're looking like you're staring all the time. You barely blink, and you look like you're looking like 400 miles out all the time. You ever notice that? I don't try to do it. I do blink. I blink a lot. I got long eyelashes, but I'm just saying, it is what it is, man. You know. But yeah, like I said, this is my career. I do the best I can. I do what I do. Ain't nothing about me a joke. I'm the real deal, and I just never been one to be in a popularity contest or trying to get people to like me or caring about any of that nonsense, bro. I just don't care. You feel me? Trying to see, but you know, us, we just do the best we can and do what we do. But yeah, like I said, I got to get on here and try to get all the money I can, and it's just that simple. You know what I mean? But like I said, I stand up for that dude, man. I think Darien Long or Darren Long, however you say his name. I think he's cool. I'm still gonna try to see if he'll come on this show. If we could do an interview, that would be great. But I think he's a cool dude. I think he's pretty interesting. I may not, agree with everything he does as a person. May not even like him as a person. I don't know. I don't know him, but he may not be my type of dude. It kind of seems like that. I don't know, but I still would defend him and come to his defense because he has a job to do, man. Anytime that you do something like that, bro, you gotta understand what comes with it, bro. It ain't easy, man. You think being Batman is easy all the time? It's easy because I'm super efficient and I'm smart and I know how to work around people and things. Bro, it was so hard just when I started this, it was hard. When I had to keep pushing, it was hard. I went through a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Are you serious? Tons of it. The whole journey was coming up against corruption, staring it in its face and backing it down and winning. All that stuff was part of my journey becoming Batman. I had to go through hell, so it's like it just doesn't phase me. And now nobody's got nothing for me, and now it's like I have a clear path to do what I want because I forced it to be that way. Just like Batman says, he said, "Well, this and that." And he said, "With me, I learned that, and I was taught that you have to make the world make sense, or it doesn't." That's how I am. I make the world make sense for me. I'm not asking no questions, nothing. But like I said, hold on. Like I said, just imagine an unidealable Batman, even if I just covered my mouth, this part, with like, you know, one of them, whatever, like a bandana or whatever, or a do rag type thing, like they have the masks and the hoodies and stuff, and I cover that part. There's a couple options, but I want it to be actually proofed here because it needs to be. It's all about protecting from stuff, man. But the people on the internet just don't get, man. With me, as quick as I am, I got the potential. I could have maybe done all this without a bat suit. That's what they don't get. I don't have to have any protection on. I don't have to have a suit that's protective. I could maybe do this just with me. I'm that strong, but like I'm Batman. That's the whole point. So I have to do it like that. And it's just smarter, like no, that's not because I have to have it or I need it. It's because that's just the smart way to approach it. I'm not your average dude, man. I'm like an actual ninja. So that's the thing. You take the whole point of Batman, I'm obsessed with because you're taking a real ninja. You cultivate the ninja. That's why we work every day on all these exercises and training and what I do. And we get the strength level up, the quickness up. I'm probably going to start running more too. Like I'm going to try to push myself and do what I can if I feel up to it on that day. You know what I'm saying? And we just have to keep pushing, man. I don't know what else to tell you. You got to keep pushing, pushing it. You got to keep pushing forward. But yeah, you're cultivating a ninja. You get the ninja to know all these different forms of martial arts. You get the ninja to learn and study them all. You get the ninja to keep on progressing with that in its training. You get the ninja to keep learning. You study criminals. You study the corrupt system. You already know it. You've been through all this stuff. You study all the systems, everything. You dismantle systems for a living, shut down illegal organizations for a living because I just am in the right place at the right time. That's what's happening. I mean, half of them tried to set me up, and that's what birthed Batman. None of it was pretty. None of this was fun. It wasn't something I wanted. Half of it I was scared and miserable. It was never fun. What I went through was absolute hell, but it created me and it gave me a career path and it gave me my future. So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I turned pain into power. And I don't expect any human being to understand my walk because you weren't chosen for this walk. You didn't have to go through what I went through to have this rebirth. I went through it several times. You didn't have to conquer the impossible. You didn't have to look, you know what, right in its eyes and still win. You didn't have to do what I did. I'm not talking. These people online run their mouth and talk while they're hiding. I'm talking reality and I back it up every day. What? See the point? It's different. These people run their mouth, but are they doing training like me? No, because they could never do my training. You get half them dudes that talk tough on the internet, they a joke, they all look emaciated, they skinny, and they look like they weigh 40 pounds. Like real talk. You look like you shop at Hot Topic. Real talk, hold up. I'm getting real tired of these gnats. They keep flying right here. But yeah, like I said, that's how y'all look on YouTube. Y'all look like you shop at Hot Topic, like frequently. Feel me? Like maybe you want some goth and emo stuff. You know what I mean? But y'all definitely ain't no gangsters. You definitely ain't no like street soldiers. I don't know what you're talking about. Again, 530 on my wrist got you pissed. Right? It's the realest jewelry you can have. Remember that. See, when they say real jewelry, there's no such thing. All the rappers wear micro diamonds. Micro diamonds cost a hundredth of a cent. A micro diamond ain't no diamond, homeboy. Like I said, what are you talking about? Says there was a diamond ring, a ring with diamonds in it, in my bag when that church group threw my bag away when they left me stranded in Kentucky. Like what? Because they didn't throw it away. I'm sure they took that ring and did whatever, and I really don't care. It's all going to come up in court. They're going to have to pay me a bunch of money, bro. Ain't worried about them criminals. They broke over there. They ain't even eating. They got nothing going for them. Forget them. Just the thing. I don't need you when y'all want to act like that. Like those are supposed to be resources available to everyone and people like me. When you want to act like that, like it's all good, bro. You know what I mean? Forget you. I was trying to be cool and trying to break bread and work together, man. But like you gonna be like that? Okay, no problem. They ain't friend to nobody. They just everybody's enemy. Like, how you gonna think you gonna win like that? Like, what? And then they wonder why they struggling. They wonder why they getting their karma because God's serving it to them on a silver platter. They wonder why they keep going through hell. that church group, that ministry home ain't nothing but a joke. It is just a bunch of narcissists trying to run away from karma and hide behind God while they sit there and target innocent people. That's reality. So now you're exposed publicly, right? No, that's what it was about. They was trying to bring me back because they was working with the Red Triangle. Like, for what? There ain't nothing you can do with me. I literally could have done it again and gone through the whole thing. The most they would have been able to do is try to leave me in Kentucky again, which I think is what, because the Red Triangle is delusional and they think like that. Like, they'll think they can do stuff like that. I think that's probably what they were trying to do. That's why every time I had a water bottle, I'd always get a new one. I didn't trust Raul at all, and Raul was going through my bag and stuff and going to my room. Like, he's definitely facing charges. You can run and tell I said it. You could say whatever. That dude's going to be in prison, bro. Like, I had to literally check you and tell you, do not be going through my bag, bro. What is you in my bag for? See, that's some criminal stuff. He ain't got no, I don't care who you are in some little dinky church thing, like I told y'all to your face. You don't touch my stuff. You don't go through my bag, none of that. You understand? That's a crime. Just like what he did when they threw away my bag. Okay, that's theft. So, like I said, once I turn that into a lawyer and I tell the lawyer all about it, you know, I mean, I don't know if I have proof of it. I might not. I don't know, but I don't really care. We all know what happened. Feel me? Like, that's the thing, man. People is just funny, man. They just odd. They weird. You know what I mean? If I do have the text message on this phone, I don't think it would be on this one. There's the other one, the screen messed up, so it might have been that one. But if it's on this one, then yeah, that would be enough evidence probably because he's so slow. He had texted me saying he threw it away. He said don't bother that it was in the trash or something, which made no sense because he had no reason to even be like that or whatever. So like, see what I'm saying? Like just straight haters. And like I said, every time I'd get a drink or something, I would do my all to keep it away from him. And I could tell that he was trying to get around my water bottles and my drinks. And then when they're around the food and they're making the food and you don't know what they could be putting in my food or what they doing, come on, dog. Like, nah, bro, I know for a fact them witches was trying to get them to do that to me. Like, y'all is silly, man. And I'm still here. Like, I'm sure they probably did do whatever and I'm still here. So apparently you just can't get rid of me, right? Apparently I'm just the gift that keeps on giving, right? Yeah. I was talking to dudes in over there when we was in Kentucky about it, and they was like, he thinks you're trying to whatever. No, I didn't think nothing. See, I was right. I knew it. I knew it, bro. I knew it because I knew the Red Triangles had contacted you. Because that's all they do is keep contacting all y'all. But what? Who is you? Who would listen to people like that? These people are nobody, bro. Can't afford a hot dog, literally. Just some people who broke and they upset because they have nothing. You don't have any power. What? See, that's that weird stuff. Like trying to act like you on something you ain't on nothing. See what I'm saying? That's weird, man. Like I said, are you proud of that? Like I said, they got it. That's why you know that they always ashamed. They got no shame, but they got a shame based disorder. That stuff is whack. That's crazy. Like what? Like sit there and hide and you're a coward about everything, but oh, you're doing all this weird stuff behind somebody's back who you jealous of. Yeah, you should be ashamed. What? Where's your shame? You feel me? Yeah, you don't make me feel no way. What's up, pumpkin? Right? And here I am doing well, right? Winning. See what I'm saying? Yeah, if everybody against you, how powerful have you become? There's the chameleon, or salamander. He just sits there. He's super cool. They're smart as hell. They're like dinosaurs. I think dinosaurs are real, man. I think they look kind of like him, but bigger. He's just sitting there, just standing. He's probably looking at me. Oh, now he's running. He's fast as hell. But yeah, he probably waits there and he can gather whatever insects come around or whatever. But yeah, man, like I said, people was just focused on blocking my blessings because they knew I was God's son and they knew I was blessed and I have a divine anointing. I have an anointing over my life. I'm the anointed one, and they all knew it. You know what I mean? So it's a badge of honor. Like I said, I get paid to be on here and do what I do, and none of them really get paid. Like I said, and those fake pastors, they have to do that panhandling and keep calling it fundraising, right? Well, they send homeless folks out to do their bidding and go panhandle They got ran out of Brownsville too. If that isn't insta karma, I don't know what is. They can't even do what they do. I don't even think they can come to Brownsville anymore because every time they do, they get ran out. They don't want them here. Yeah, they don't like the people down here. They don't even like y'all. They don't even mess with y'all. Like they're not from here, bro. They're a little more up north. See what I'm saying? So it's like it's just y'all are funny, bro. Y'all are straight hilarious. I told y'all Brownsville, like I run Brownsville, bro. Told y'all this. They didn't want to listen. They thought I was joking. Think about it. Like it might have been half the reason why they ran you off. Maybe they heard what Batman says. I'm sure a lot of people listen to the show. They all respect me and got love for me. So they probably said, "Oh, there they are." That's probably how they look at you. Probably like, "Oh, there's the church cult members. Get out of here." Real talk. I bet you anything. So that's the thing. You can run your mouth, but see, I have real power. What I say goes. Mm-hmm. Because people listen to me. So it all happened for a reason, right? I told you. I told you people limit their own movements. People go against me. They always have their money affected. They can't make money. They can't go anywhere. They're hiding inside. They just can't do nothing. You know what I mean? That's the truth. That's where we at. That's what it is. So that's what I'm saying, bro. It's a small world, man. It's Batman's world all day long, boy. But yeah, I don't know, man. I hope we could do this. I hope we can make it happen. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know how Cyber was reacting earlier today. I have no idea. It's not really my concern, but he might have really just been busy. I have no idea. But either way, we coming to New York. I mean, either way, we gonna run this movement in New York regardless. God is gonna make it happen. God is gonna make a way. But I think that's what's gonna happen. I think I'm gonna get blessed and get put in a position to help Cyber and other people that I choose. So if Groovy Jimmy wants to really have a boxing career, well, guess who's gonna have to be his coach? Guess who's gonna have to fund his boxing career, whether he likes it or not? Me. I would have to be his coach. I would have Cyber be the coach with me. Like if I got millions of dollars right now, like the inheritance they stole, or Christina finishes negotiating and says, "Hey, this is my figure. This is what I'm starting with, and I'm coming to you right now." If that happened and she showed up, like she's literally just coming. She's just gonna show up one day. She's gonna tell me when. Please do, but she's just gonna show up and she's gonna explain everything to me ahead of time. I'm sure she always does. She keeps me updated. I love you, honey. But if she just showed up and she says, "This is what we're working with. This is the money we got. Plenty of money. Never have to worry again. All this is paid for, secure. We're good." And that's what I would do. I'd do everything that we're gonna do, and I'm focused on Christina and nobody and nothing else. But I at some point I'd talk to her about it and I'd say, how do you feel about doing that? Can we do that, please? Can we go up to New York for a minute so I can get this career started and we'll make some money out of it. I mean, I could make money up there doing anything. I could buy and sell jewelry, like I'm saying. I could hustle. I could have a street hustle that's legal, like selling T-shirts, whatever. That's the thing. Like, you don't act like you are who you are. Like, I could be a dude that goes and sells T-shirts by the bodega during the day, and then I could be Batman every night, coming through the hoods, dolo, all straight bulletproof suit. You know what I mean? The projects in New York is rough, bro. You're talking about a lot of stuff happens. Now it's been cleaned up to a capacity. That's the thing. I'm used to what I'm thinking. I'm walking into the old days, but I keep forgetting times are a little softer now. It's a little different, but you still got real rough areas. You still got the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like Batman is going to come up against some serious stuff, bro. You know what I mean? But it's what I love to do. It's what I live for. It's what I like. I like adrenaline. I like all that. So it's like, hold on. So what I'm saying is, if that happened, right, like when the timing is right, and Christina's like, look at this, get your weight up, not your hate up, boy. But like I said, welcome to the show. But if I got all that going, and Christina came, so I'd be like, let's run up to New York after we do everything that we're gonna do that I've already talked about and we have planned. Like, let's run up to New York real quick. and let's try to get this started. It'd be after Austin and all that. I want to look at the food truck thing. We're gonna build businesses. We got a lot to do first. We're gonna have fun though doing it, and we're gonna take it easy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna take much at all. You know what I mean? And when we work, I mean, we're probably gonna be able to just open a real restaurant and company where we don't even have to be there all the time. We come check in on it, and when I go in there, I run the show and I tell people what to do. And same with Christina, because she's who everything belongs to. She's gonna be the owner of everything. But that's my point. I'll be like, can we go up to New York? I want to talk to this dude. I want to try to put him on a little bit and help him. And that's the thing. I might end up being an actual opportunity for cyber. So that's the thing. If the man steps up and says, "Hey, yo, I really do want to help you. Let's do this," like out of the goodness of his heart, and he says, "Just genuinely, I want to try to do this with you." I would be down, of course, but I can't sit here and lie to you and be like, "Oh, I got the financial resources right now," because I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's the only thing missing, and it's because I got set up and targeted, and I'm trying to rebuild after selling properties and doing everything and having to spend the money living and just been through hell, man. I'm basically retired. So you taking like a retired old man, right? We're like in the Dark Knight Rises period. You're taking like the retired guy, but like it'd be like making my comeback, even though I never really stopped. But I'm in my prime. Don't get it twisted. I'm in my prime, bro. But you know what I'm saying? We're not quite to the Dark Knight Rises. It'll be when I get older, but you know, either way, I like when he tells him. He says, "What do he say?" He says, "Well, and your cartilage in your knee," and he's like, "It's good," and he's like, "No." He says, "I've seen worse cartilage in knees." He's like, "It's good?" "No, because there's no cartilage." He says, "I cannot advise that you go heli skiing, Mr. Wayne." And then he takes the thing or whatever and goes in the window and climbs down to go talk to Commissioner Gordon in the hospital or in the doctors. But that's pretty much what it's like. I mean, you're just everything is like undercover. You got to just do everything on your own. Like I said, I've been running this, doing this. It's like a project for 2+ years, and it's gone great. It's gone well. I mean, if they ain't put me in the paper down here by now about something, I give up. I mean, at least write an article about me. Someone, come on, put me in the Herald or something. I mean, if you ain't done that, I give up. All this. I mean, it's a lot of time, effort. It's hard work. I mean, give me something, bro. Some accolade. They could have given me a grant, man. I mean, that's what they should do. They ought to give me a grant and say, "Hey, look, we'll give you a grant, and we want you to be the Batman here officially, and here's your money to do it. And we think you do a good job, and it's helping. It's helping us. Like it truly is. It's helping." That would be cool. I'd be like, "Can we build a bat signal?" Imagine if there was an actual bat signal and like they shine the light at night and like I see it and just like in the Batman Return and stand up just like it. Like it's exactly like it, bro. Go put on the suit, Alfred. It's identical. It's hilarious. Like it's my real life, you know. So I mean, I'm just saying, like I don't know. It's just like I said. I mean, I would like to try to help cyber regardless. Um, and who else that I deem is credible and that I want to help. Like I said, I'm going to try to help Groovy Jimmy. Um, we'll see who else is cool. I think the other guy is cool on the panel. Um, I just got to see what people want to do, but I'm going to need some help. That's the thing. I need some guys. I just don't. I can't have you connected to trolls. I mean, at least not on a intrapersonal level. On a personal level, if we in person, I can't have you connected to trolls because then you're a spy, and that'll ruin everything I'm doing. I just can't do it, so I can't even take that risk. But I'll help Groovy Jimmy with his boxing. You see what I'm saying? I just would be very, very. I would pay attention when I'm around him to see what's going on. I just anybody who talks to these troll weirdos, I just don't. I don't be talking to. I don't want no parts of that. I stay away from all that. No, it's just it doesn't scare me. It's just mad weird. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. They try to get online and talk in an energy that doesn't exist, and it's like, yeah, you're hell bent on. You're just upset at my success. You're hell bent on. You think if you talk crazy that that's going to lead to some kind of result for me. Not at all. I just don't need to put up with it. I don't need to be exposed to it. I don't need that around me. That's all. See what I'm saying? It's something I don't need to deal with. I'm a grown man, bro. Like, you can't talk to grown men like that. That's just a lesson that all y'all have already learned and need to learn. You ain't talking to no grown man like that. Wody? What? Like I said, ain't nobody said nothing to me. Ever. Nobody. Nobody said nothing to me in person. Talking like that? What? That's all fake, bro. Like I said, I'm from Austin, Texas, bro. Y'all know about this. I know exactly who I am. So, like I said, my whole deal is we do what the hell we want when we want, right? Like I said, I'm not Rob Whack. I ain't sitting here just talking, bumping my gums, slapping my gum, flappity flap, flappity flap. No Rob Whack, quack quack quack. Right? But like I said, I'm not no Rob Whack. I'm here talking real stuff. Right? So my whole point, if that happened and all this money come, and I'm more concerned about Christina, but I'm just saying hypothetically, when the money comes, when God delivers the money, and we have the bread and we have the resources to do what we want, Christina will help me build everything I want to do. She'll want to back me in, and we're working together on everything. We're doing couples content. It's going to be all about Christina and nobody else. That's number one. I think everybody knows that. But talking about the business perspective and for this and what we're doing here and for the Batman thing, like, yeah, like I said, I would help cyber on everything. And I need dudes that I can trust, right? They don't have to be from the internet necessarily. That's the thing. I can get my own people that I come across and meet while we're traveling. I can easily, get people to help me, but I got to have people like that are smart, that know computers and stuff and what they're doing, because that's what Batman does. You got to help me with all this, missions, knowing what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Like, but that's the thing, I can't take no risks with that. It's got to be someone I truly trust completely. Because and still, I still wouldn't even necessarily show you what I'm doing. I would just like help me with this aspect, and that's it. Like, I'm not gonna have nobody looking at the feeds of the cameras. The only way would be if I did it, me and him as a team, where like he said, we take turns and like there's a camera feed. Like, we would need a GoPro on the front and the back, and we would alternate like using them unless we get four GoPros and just have them for both of us, which would be better. That way we could just go out there together, right? But the point is, do you know how much media attention that would get? We make a lot of money, bro. I'm just being honest. You make money being a superhero. If you want to be Nightwing for real, you see, that's the thing with me. This is not a game. This is not fake. This is the real time. I'm not playing dress up. This is really what it is. This is the future of our world. It's the truth. Like, that's the thing. I've ascended already. That's the people got to catch up, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, in New York, we make tabloids, bro. They put us in the paper. We'd be getting busy, getting into different stuffs, active, different situations. Like, that's gonna make the news, bro. It'd catch national media to maybe worldwide media attention, bro. It'd be a big deal. They'd be like, bro, there's a Batman and a, like, the kind of opportunity. Like, that's the thing. It'd be a hell of an opportunity for me if he could help me facilitate and put it together. But for him, it would be an even bigger opportunity, because you're talking about, you're with Batman, and this is like the whole future. Like, oh, everybody's backing this, bro. Everybody wants to see it, bro. That's what people don't get. Like, no, like anywhere I go, I got support. It's just people don't all have my channel, bro. And especially if we're able to promote the channel, oh my goodness. Like, what, bro? It'll get to the point in New York to where things are so safe and everything is so good. This is not hypothetical. This is the truth, that like they're gonna congratulate you. Like, they'll start putting us in the tabloids, in the newspaper, and Nightwing and Batman do this. Maybe it's meant to be. I don't know. Maybe he's really supposed to be Nightwing. That's the thing. I don't ever try to get in the way of God's plan. Whatever God has planned, I'm with God's plan 100%, no matter what it is. I believe in God, man. Real talk. So, I'm not trying to control everything or play God. I'm with God's will, man. At any cost, whatever God's will is. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, I mean, can you imagine? It would make the papers. It would be in everything, bro. Batman and Nightwing save the day again. Can you imagine that? It'd be crazy, bro. Eat New York pizza, eat good New York food. You know how much I want that, bro? I don't have none of that opportunity out here, bro. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good, but I mean, look, I got to deal with gnats. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. I'm trying to get this on the road, bro. Like, I love where I'm at. Don't get me wrong. I love my life. I love everything about it. I love being here. I'm in the perfect place, but I just want more, man. I'm ambitious. Like, I want to build. I want to be able to make money, bro. That's all. Like, come on, bro. You see that I'm held back. You see that what it is down here. Like, come on, dog. I gotta have somebody help me to give me an opportunity, like a real one. Like it's not like this ain't a real one, but I got this already solidified in the books. We good on this. I need extra stuff. See what I'm saying? I just need something where I'm at where I can make good money, bro. So I can get all the money, stack my ends, stack my money, stack my bread, right, and build. That's what I'm saying. I would have all the money, and then the tables would turn. You know what I'm saying? And Christina gonna come to me regardless, no matter where I was at. If like, let's say he helped me to go to New York, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm for real. Let's try it. Let's do it. We could train together too. We can work out." Like that's the thing. It can all be fun. It's just that when I do what I'm doing, yeah, it's all fun and games, and it's all good. But like, how do I put it? Like that's the thing. I mean, I'm not like some reckless individual, bro. I'm smart as hell. Like in New York, if you want me to be honest, bro, I don't really think people would play with me. Honestly, if I had like that steel armor on and I got these suits on and these bulletproof suits, I don't think people would play with me. I think people honestly would keep their distance. I think I would just be able to film and do content all the time. I think people be scared of me because they are everywhere. I don't see why they wouldn't be. I mean, you might have your occasional thing that happens, and I probably turn the camera off. I ain't trying to record anything like that. See, I'm smart. I'm not going to ever indict myself or incriminate myself, much less because I'm just defending myself or protecting myself. I have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I turn the camera off and mute the mic. Feel me? Like, see, I'm not trying to show off. Like, I'd love to have things on camera for me and stuff like that. But like, if I'm by myself, I'm by myself. See, that's the thing. That's why you got to really try. Like, that's not even a matter of trust. Like, I really wouldn't want anybody looking at my live feed if I'm wearing a GoPro. Like, that's for Christina. See what I'm saying? Because anything can happen. That's like anywhere, anytime. It doesn't matter who you are. You don't have to be Batman. See what I'm saying? But that's my point. Like, when we get the finances, I can help him to build what he wants. I can just bless everybody and help everybody. That's what I want to do. I want to like, I'm like Frank Lucas legally. That's what people don't get. I've always been like that. Like I'm the light. I'm like the sun. Everybody has to come to me to build anything and have anything. Like I'm just like Frank Lucas in that regard. You remember when all the brothers they got on the phone? Mom, I might watch that movie right now. He said, "Mom, it's Frank." I'm Frank Lucas, bro. I'm just everything is legal and by the books. I follow the law. You know what I'm saying? But I have a lot in common with Frank Lucas. I'm a gangster. I'm just like him. I'm completely emotionless. Like I move the same way. I talk like him. He's simple Simon. Like I'm just like him. You know what I mean? He said that's that. What do you say? He's like that's $30,000 alpaca. You don't wash that. You block that. You know what I mean? When he was telling when he did whatever with the water thing, whatever. Right? He said, I don't care who he is, send him home. You know what I mean? Like I'm the same way, bro. Like that's the thing. I'm very unemotional. I'm a gangster. Like, and this has never been fake. I really am the real thing. Like when I dress the way I want and I got money flowing the way I want, bro, I'm usually wearing suits all the time, bro. When I built that car lot, that's why I had stacks in my pocket right here. Same place, same everything. Stacks in my pocket, wearing suits, the nicest suits, express shirts, best stuff money can buy. That's how I move. That's who I am. I ain't never changed. What? Like, shave, get clean shaven. I was wearing all my rings and stuff. Like, I'm always efficient. Why do you think so many people hate on me? Because I'm a good looking dude and I got my act together. I'm who built everything. I'm the pioneer. Man, y'all like Rob Rack. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah. They love me. But, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's all gonna work out. That's what I think. But yeah, then I'd have money to put everyone on and help them. Groovy Jimmy wants to do boxing career. He can train with him and he can train with me. You gonna love my training because I really know how to train, and I'll teach you how to do 52 blocks. People don't understand. 52 blocks is what Batman uses. That's what I'm saying. This was all divinely ordained. This was meant to happen. You don't understand? I'm doing what God's will is. When I put these readings on the community wall, I understand y'all new to what I do. Listen to them because they will be spot on. I prove that I have a gift. That they're about me. They're spot on chronologically to what's going on. Okay. So you just got to understand when it says basically laying down the galactic authority, that's one of them right now. They're talking about me. I am the galactic authority, dude. That's who I am. There's nothing fake here. Like there's aliens watching what I do. Literally. All that Pleiadians and all them, they all my homeboys, they watch what I do, bro. I'm the one that's doing the real conflict on this planet. I'm the one living it. And these other planets, right, are these aliens, these different entities, you call it whatever you want, it's the truth. They're watching, just like Tila Tequila said, and they tried to silence her. They're watching and paying attention. So I'm like literally what I'm building. If I found people like him that would want to do it, you're basically becoming a part of the Galactic Federation. Like that's the thing. I understand it sounds funny for people who don't take it seriously, and this isn't your purpose, and you're not ascended, and you have no clue what's going on yet. So people like when they look at the channel, like I said, your normal folk in society might look at it. Oh, it's entertainment. Oh, it's Batman. Cool. But yeah, you look at things brainwashed at a surface level. You ain't really listening to what I'm saying and what's going on here. This is all God's will, bro. I am the Galactic Federation. I am divine justice. There is no authority over me. You can't have an authority over like alien power. Like that's like an alien basically on this planet. I protect this planet. See the point? So when I go out in the street and I do what I do as Batman, it is what it is. Like I said, y'all are still acting like it's a thing where we go against criminals in the street. Not really. 9 times out of 10, the real criminals ain't the dudes in the street. You be talking to them. You got to help them. They all need help. See, that's the thing. The dudes that are stuck in the system, caught in the system, a lot of them need help. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't back down to nobody. You know what I mean? That's on them. That's on their behavior. But I try to help people. We're about trying to make a difference. We're trying to help our communities, not do what these rappers did. These rappers left all communities dilapidated. They sold all y'all out, and y'all sit there like they your friend. That's why I can't stand you. Y'all love who's against you, and you hate who's for you. Y'all is backwards. We got to change that. Now, when I come to New York, bro, I'll just take everything over and I'll say this is how it goes now, and I'll be eating steak dinners at the beautiful, nice restaurants, and shrimp places, and all the most expensive places, roasted duck, and all that. After my Batman accolades with my girlfriend Christina, and then I'll be with my girlfriend, enjoying ourselves, being in love. That's what I'm gonna spend all my time doing with Christina. Feel me? But my whole point is I'll like if I get this money, I'll help Groovy Jimmy. I'll help the people I want, and then all them trolls will be even more mad because they'll be like, "He ain't giving us no money." Like the way that 50 Cent would talk about people would portray or talk about him, but he was never really rich. He used his prop money. They just had a girl talk about publicly how he wouldn't give her $10, or she asked for 10 grand, and he said, You're grown. You don't need a man to take care of you." They said he don't give no money to nobody. Right? He don't pay for nothing. He's a bum. Been a bum. Everything with him is fake. But my whole point is what he talked about, what he was trying to portray in the music. Like I always said, I'm the real thing. What they try to compare the illusion of 50 Cent, I'm the real thing. So the illusion, I'm the real thing of that. So all the lies he told, I'm the actual truth of that. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Hold up. But that's exactly what I think is going to happen. It's going to get right back to where we used to be, where Tyree's going to have all the bread somehow, some way, because of God. Amen. Thank you, God. Right? And he's going to put me back on financially. And now he's created a super soldier on a whole nother level. Like, that's the thing. When you get the money, you can't stop being hungry. See, that's why y'all can't be Batman, because you all, if you give you money, first of all, God didn't work with y'all and talk to you every day. He didn't train you like he did me. So you can't do what I do, none of y'all. So if you get the money, if you was soft like y'all, that's why they said God talks to me, bro. I'm telling you, the ancestors, God speaks right to me. That God told me, they said you're the only one who will keep going. That's why you got chosen for this. I got chosen for a mission that supersedes all of reality and all you pathetic regular human beings. Sorry, but you're not all pathetic, but a lot of you are, right? But I'm walking transcendent. That's why when you see me walk, like when they get me on camera walking, the one dude did, you see I walk differently. You see I'm moving for real. Like this is real, bro. I'm getting ready, man. When I come through, you're talking about a divine being coming through. This ain't fake, bro. I ain't playing dress up. Feel me? This is my world. This is all my soil. I run this. What I say goes on my planet. It's that simple. So, like I said, people can tell themselves what they want and act cute. That's fine till Batman comes through. Then it's just whatever Batman decides. Like it's all God's will. Whatever I want is what will be. because God working through me. See, that was God talking. Y'all got to figure it out, man. Y'all better catch up, bro. Ain't nothing fake over here. Feel me? Like I want to see like all the jaws drop on the trolls when they see me in New York getting busy in front of their face and actually see me raising my voice and turning up, and all them trolls gonna be like literally, their eyes gonna be like this. They're gonna be like I've seen it a million times with dudes. Like when I have to run dudes off blocks and corners, like dudes will think something sweet, and then I start turning up on them because this is what I do. I got it from my father. This is something in my DNA that only I have. No other human being can do what I do. I'm like Kirby, bro. I tell him I'm like Kirby. I told Miguel that he was always laughing about that. I said I'm like Kirby, bro. I just like literally though, bro. Hold up, but that's like a hood term. Y'all don't understand that. When Pac was talking about, Pac said, "I'll tell you if it's someone I can't mess with," right? But he said, "But Mob Deep." What did he say? Go look up that phrase. What he said. I don't really want to say it on here. It's kind of iffy, but and he was talking about who was the other ones? That weird band that was trying to come in. I can't remember off top. Some group. They were corny. The Fugees. Remember, he's like the Fugees. I know all Tupac's career, man. Like I said, he's part of the inspiration, the divine inspiration. That's why he said, "I will create." He said, "I will basically, spark the mind that will change the world." I'm the man who changes the world. I'm way ahead of my time, man. That's what people don't get. Like the reason it's not just confidence; it's on another level of confidence because I already know what I'm here for. I'm being used by the divine. So whatever I say goes. If you feel like what I'm saying is crazy, so be it. You better roll with it. Like that's what people don't get. I'm a natural born leader. This is not fake, bro. I'm not just on here just talking and running my mouth. See, that's the thing. You got a bunch of people on YouTube, but y'all not backed by God. You just talking and running your mouth. I don't care what none of you do, bro, because God's gonna have His will no matter what. None of you matter. It's the truth. What I say goes. What I say matters. You understand? That's the whole point. Shh. You understand? Quit talking so much. Feel me? Get yourself an identity. If you want to talk crazy, no problem. But who are you? You see what I'm saying? If people would make sense, have one person talk at a time and tell me who you are and hop on camera and say what you're going to say. And the internet is not no place to just, oh, I'm upset. Right. Then you ain't being real. You know what I mean? Come at me with respect the way y'all talk to me in reality. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody talks to me right. So, like I said, with me, I'd have the money. I'd be able to help Groovy Jimmy with his boxing career. Hell, I don't know. Maybe we'd go to Vegas and maybe we could both get in the boxing circuit. I've thought about doing it several times. That's what I was working on when I was over there, possibly making a career going into boxing. But Las Vegas can't keep its act together. I mean, they're a joke. So I don't even know if I want to do that. And they're going to cheat if they can, like, so we'll see. Like, that's the thing. I'm better than all them boxers. I can get into it. I could go against Tank Davis and all of them. I would have to drop weight and play around in your little fake weight classes. That's the problem. But maybe I could do it. I don't know. Dropping weight affects your strength. That's the problem. That's why in my league there's no weight class because it makes no sense. No, you do it at your healthy weight. You can weigh whatever, bro. You can be 400 pounds. You still gonna lose to me. I don't care how big you are. It's up. So they a joke. And boxing leagues is a joke. It's all a joke, man. That's reality. I ain't looking for validation, bro. I make my own. You know what I mean? This is my world. But yeah, I could help Groovy Jimmy with his boxing career. We'd have the money and resources to do anything we want to do, bro. Like, like I want to help the right people. Like if it's people I trust and I'm actually close with, like that's the thing. With cyber, I'm just being a normal person. Like I'm just trying to build an actual friendship. And that's what seems like it's come with it. Like I said, I mean, I'm a wild one, so I don't know if he's used to that. You know what I'm saying? Or if you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's different, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I do with anyone. Like if I talk to you on a personal level, I'm trying to build a real friendship. And that's it. People act like I'm someone who like has had falling outs with people. Not at all. I've been good to everybody, man. It's people who had fake falling outs with me because they were with the red triangles and they had an objective of trying to slander my name. See the point? See, with me, it's like kind of like it was with my dad. Like there's just a bunch of hearsay and slander, and I'm not going to sit here like I'm on the defensive of a bunch of lies. I know who I am, bro. Everything for me has been a positive. I've treated everyone with kindness and compassion. I went out my way to help everybody. I've provided everything for everyone. I gave people, a whole everything that nobody's ever had. I've blessed people. I've done nothing but help people on this planet. I have a completely clear conscience. I'm a good person. God loves me for that reason. That's why he'll never let go of me and he keeps rewarding me. So, like I said, that's the thing. Like when I go live like this is who I really am. I'm not sitting here fronting. I'm going to talk to you the same way in reality. You feel me? We might have different conversations depending on the scenery and what's going on around me. Like if I was up there in New York, but I'd still talk about the same concept. I'm always talk about God, man. I always proclaim God's name, man. I truly believe in God. That's the thing. I'm not somebody who's hard to understand. I'm very efficient in my movements. I don't change. I don't switch up. Like like I said, with me, it's crystal clear what you're dealing with. You're dealing with an omnipotent being that talks to God. I'm connected to God. I'm like a saint. I don't do no wrong, bro. All I do is right. It's all to help people. You don't ever have to worry about me, nobody, because I'm a good person. You know what I mean? That's why you've never seen me in a situation where someone can say, that's not a good person, ever. Not once. What? Now you want to just run your mouth and say things that don't make no sense. I mean, you could do that on the internet, but what's the point? I've been right in every situation I've ever been in. I've stood up for myself and done the right thing. I'm proud of every action and word I've ever spoke. I love me. It seems like y'all have a problem loving yourself. I think that's half the issue. Real talk, right? But yeah, like I said, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I said, and my channel's in perfect standing now. My business is running stronger than ever. 530 on my wrist got you pissed, you crumb. Come on, doggy. What you talking about, dog? Huh? Y'all supposed to be someone? Y'all wish you were this good looking. Look at me, bro. Is you crazy, son? What? Look at my eyes, dude. When you look at me, do my eyes look like normal folks? No, right? You know why I got that luminescent glow in my eyes? Because of what I told you happened to me. Because you're talking to a damn vampire, homie. Y'all want to act like this a game, bro. Y'all funny as hell, bro. They trying to talk tough to a vampire. Dog. That stuff is hilarious. Oh my goodness, you YouTubers, man. You really let this YouTube stuff get to you, bro. They talking to vampire stuff now? Behind YouTube hiding? What? Like these are scrawny individuals. These are like 3 foot tall folks that I would just look at and laugh like, bro, what is you talking tough for? What is you talking about? What are you upset about? I'm just trying to have a question and ask you a question and talk. What's up, bro? Uh, Golly. They want to be tough so bad, but they ain't. That stuff is crazy, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, I mean, you think I spent night after night on that scooter, bro. I spent night after night as Batman on these streets. You think that ain't done something to me? I've come across dogs, I've come across snakes, I've come across wild animals. I've been out for days, all nights, hours. Like, you don't think that has an effect on you as a person? The whole point of me building all this was my approach on like life, which is just like conquer any obstacle in my path. Like I don't get. I used to literally walk 30 miles a day, and I'm talking through all these rough patches here where all the dogs are at and all that. Like, are you serious? The only reason I stopped doing that mainly is because I want to take it easy. I don't think I deserve to keep doing that. And number two, it's kind of pointless now. And like I said, there's new dogs now. Now there's huge, like sandlot dogs that I'm not trying to deal with at all. You know what I mean? Like, and the only way I'm going back that way, like to do it like that, is if I get a bicycle. And even then, I have to watch myself because if I go that way on the bike, I got to make sure that the dog ain't there. And if it is, I got to be able to get by it. See what I'm saying? I don't look for issues or problems anywhere. I just have to go on about my business and do what I got to do, though. I'm not going to let nobody stop what I'm doing. See what I'm saying? Like, I have a job to do. You know what I mean? I'm going to do my job. Just like anyone else said, just like you little posers say, right? Like, what? Like, I'm going to do my job. Is anyone stopping you from doing your job? You're not doing your job. Like, when's the last time y'all ever did your job? Doing your job is being all up in people's business? Like just coming at random innocent folk, being all up in their business, lying on them, asking them dumb questions. That's not your job. What? That's not your job at all. You're a servant. Like, serve. and be quiet. Real talk. That's my problem, bro. Is just folks that don't even understand what they talking about. You don't even know what you're doing. Like, what? I'm not gonna sit there and argue with you. Like, that's the thing. People can't challenge my authority at all. It's impossible, especially at this point. And that's why I do what I do. You know why too? Because it makes folks like that. It makes you look bad. People like that. It makes them look bad. Because I get more done than you ever could. Oh y'all, I get more done than everybody. Hmm. Way more. And everybody knows I exercise more. I train more. Everybody knows I cover more ground. I walk more. I run more. Everyone knows I do way more than any of y'all. Remember that. Fool. Mhm. Feel me? So like people see that, people notice that, and they give me credit. They're like, "That man do more than everybody." I've seen him say it in the chat. Like, you got to give him credit. Like, yeah, what I do is hard work, bruh. Bruh. But like I said, I'd like to help Groovy Jimmy with his boxing thing if he actually want to do it. He got to train with me, man. If he trains with me, I can get him right. Like, I'm gonna train him like Mike Tyson. That's what y'all don't get. Like, literally, like the whole thing though, the strength. I could probably take Groovy Jimmy and make a monster for a boxing ring. I could probably do that. I really believe that I could do that, but he just would have to be ready to work. I'd have to have him work. I got to see how his endurance is because I'm guessing it's not up to par yet. I got to work on that. And it would be better if we had money and we could do it in an environment like New York where it's in an actual boxing gym. That way he's not in this heat all day because I can handle this heat. He can't. If you ain't from here and you ain't Texan, you can't deal with this heat out here, bro. This heat is nasty out here. That's what y'all don't get. I go into 113-degree heat like nothing, wearing a mask that's black and absorbing heat, and armor that's black and bulletproof vest, depending on what day. That's a lot, bro. Why do you think people down here give me credit? They probably look at me like, how the hell is he out there when it's this hot? It'll be days like that people don't even go out, and I'll be out there doing the same thing, training. I push myself, man. I don't care. I'm gonna make it through whatever. There's been days I could feel, you can feel it. Like I'll be out there in the sun, and they say it'll affect your cardiovascular system, and I believe them because I feel it some days. Like I can feel it just how it wears on you because it's just coming down beaming. Like you could probably cook an egg on the asphalt on that basketball court. I guarantee it. You could cook a fried chicken if you wanted. Like real talk. You wouldn't want to eat it. It'd be on the asphalt and the nasty basketball court that everybody steps on. But I'm just saying, it's that hot and you feel it on your system. So that's what you don't get. So that's why, like, a lot of time I realize, taking like a cool shower that helps me, which I'm about to do in a minute. You know what I mean? Like, take a cool shower, cold, cool. You know what I mean? Like that type of temperature that helps. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I gotta cool off sometimes when I'm in the heat too much out here, bro. It gets hot as hell out here. And like y'all don't understand like the things that you look at as a problem, like sun, what that people get when they in the sun too long, bro. I go through that like every day. I don't even think about that stuff. See, that's the difference. Like I'm in the sun all the time, just like the indigenous people, and you see I'm healthy as hell. Like look at what I went through physically, but I'm still technically my health is amazing. So people got to remember that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to take that into account. These people are jealous of me for all that, man. My resting heart rate was recorded at 38. That's like Lance Armstrong. It's stronger now. I know that because I've pushed harder. I had doctors back in the day say this and that. Oh, it's too big. Oh, this is gonna happen. Oh, we need to get this monitor put on him. I went through all that, dog. Doctors and dentists are the worst people in the world, bro. I don't care what nobody says. They'll sit there and lie to you and create a whole bunch of nonsense with their lies because they target people like me. They were targeting me. Same thing. Oh, we want to put them on this. No, let them perfectly healthy. Then I go to another doctor who's a good person. They'd be like, yeah, they're full of it. They'd be like, there's nothing wrong with you. You have the healthiest heart I've ever seen. 38? What? You know how strong my heart is? What? Oh, funny, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. You got to be careful who you listen to in this world, man. You can't trust everybody. These people are not your friend, bro. None of them. All these people are the enemy. They snakes. You got to start acting like that. Real talk. You got to treat people like that. Yeah, that's how I treat y'all. You ain't my friend. So I do everything on myself. Batman. I love what I do, man. It's woken me up to reality, bro. But yeah, they would tell me all that. They're like, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Like, you shouldn't exercise all the time. Too much. It's bad. Every one of y'all says the same thing. Well, you need to take it easy. I try to take it easy. It's hard for me to even calm down. I'm Batman. I don't know how to calm down. Literally, like it's hard for like I have to wind down when I try to rest. It's hard. Like it takes a lot. Like that's another thing too. Between you and I kind of need Christina. Wink. Yeah. Bad. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all people funny as hell, bro. They act like I'm not a human being. Maybe I'm not no more. I have no idea. Y'all just funny. I'm human, but I'm something else. I know that. But I don't know. With the strength, like I said, I keep on, meeting new levels. I'm trying to push myself, but that's why I never run my mouth. Hold up. I never run my mouth. I lead by example and action. But yeah, like I said, if and when it happens, when God provides and gives me all this bread, however He does it, God will make a way. I'll put everybody on and help everybody that I decide. But that's the thing. Like, if I help Groovy Jimmy and I fund his boxing career and help him really do that, if it's something he really wants to do, he just has to take it seriously. I have to make sure he has the right attitude, and I'd have to keep an eye on him and make sure he's not being, led the wrong way by bad influences. Like, I'd have to actually watch him and keep an eye on him if he's around me with me. If we try to go into a boxing circuit, if I have the money and he wants to do it, we could do it. Cyber can too. Cyber says that's what he does. If he wants to do that and I had all the money, I mean, I'd gladly do that. That would give me something to do with my time. Christina and I, we can go to Vegas. We can go to these different spots. Christina and I can go chill at a casino for a little bit, maybe even gamble just a little. I don't have a gambling problem. Like, I know how to control myself, but I'm really good at blackjack. But my whole point is we'd go chill, go eat at the nice restaurants. I'd be pretty conservative if I went to Vegas. I would just try to gamble. I'd set a small limit, and that would be it. You know what I mean? If I go over that limit, I'm done. You know what I mean? For like a while, like a year, because there's no point. I don't need to do it. It's just for fun. I can make money doing it though. It's a skill I learned. I taught it myself to myself through experience. But I can make a lot of money playing blackjack. A lot. You know what I mean? What? So yeah, like I said, um, okay, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like it's all going to come together, man. Just like God keeps telling me, He says it's all going to fall in place. It's just going to happen. So I believe it. It makes sense. You know what I mean? But what was I going to say? I would try to help fund their careers if they wanted to do boxing. Like I said, it would give Christina and I something to do. We could go to all these nice. We could go to clubs. We go to concerts. Go to different places in Vegas. Enjoy Vegas. Have fun. I ain't worried about nobody. I pay attention all the time, no matter where I'm at. Ain't nobody gonna run up on me nowhere. I can guarantee that. All that stuff is nonsense. You understand? People know who I am. Though, will never have a problem. Trust me. I've done too much on this planet. Like I'm a gangster. I'm a street dude. People don't do that. They don't play with me like that. So that's my whole point. Like, you know, it is what it is. People know what it is, man. We ain't gotta run our mouth and talk over here. You understand? We always on point. Feel me? Like that's the thing. I'm different. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm always protect Christina and take care of Christina always at all costs. Feel me? That's who I love. You know what I mean? So that's my point. I pay attention. I'm gonna keep my spouse protected. She gonna be straight. She gonna not gonna have nothing to worry about ever. You be right by me with me. You feel me? I protect who I love. Not like y'all that just have people running around doing your own thing. So that's the thing. People don't know what love is. When you love someone, you have them close to you all the time. Like all that crazy stuff, it doesn't work out like that. It can't happen because you got them right there with you. Like when you in love, you can tell when two people are in love. You can see how they act with each other, and they're always close to each other. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Like I said, right now I'm just trying to do what I can, communicate, talk to people. We need financial backing, man. Like I said, I've asked every day, man. We still ain't received a cent, bro. Even the two guys who donated, Michael hasn't donated since that last time, and the other one hasn't donated since the last time, which is okay because I'm appreciative and grateful for everything they've done already. But I'm just saying it's hard when all I'm getting is maybe $10 here and there, and it's rare. and it's just hard to do this. It's just the honest truth. So I don't know. Like right now is when I need the financial backing. Like I need people to step up and donate. Everybody's got three avenues to do so. I believe they should all work. There shouldn't be any issues. Like, and if there is, then y'all need to tell me. Like, let Cyber know or something. But it would have to be somebody real. But I doubt it. But yeah, that's all. But yeah, if you're wondering why I move like that, like I said, because I'm not going to waste my time talking to miscellaneous individuals with no identity. So that's why I'd be like, oh, well, the only individual that I talk to on this network right now, you can talk to him and then he can tell me because I want to make sure I have no communication with the people on YouTube. Like, we're not talking anymore. I'm filing the federal lawsuit and we'll talk in court. And we still won't be talking to each other in court. I'll be talking, giving my testimony and presenting my case. You understand? So I'm not interested in talking to folks on YouTube, bro. I'm too big for that. I'm at a different level. And when I'm filing a federal lawsuit, it's just vested interest to not communicate with people who wanted to be an enemy. Like you're a fake enemy. Like, I mean, I already got the indictment. You already incriminated yourself. I don't need anything further. What are we going to talk about? No, you just stay losing. You're having your downfall, and I'm rising. You're all broke and can't afford a hot dog. I'm still getting by, still doing my thing. Feel me? It's the truth. Stay mad. Like what? I got me a whole nother thing of popsicles today. Real talk. I got tons of popsicles right now. I'm gonna start stocking up on popsicles. I love them things. Like what? Like, bro, I'm a normal person, bro. Like I said, it's the small things that count for me. I'm just trying to enjoy my life, bro, and get by and do my thing. And you got people that did everything to stop that? Like, what? You that jealous? You feel like that? You need some peanut butter for your jelly? Is that what it is? I think, yeah, I got peanut butter today, too. I ate a lot of peanut butter, man. Wear my sunglasses at night. Afternoon delight. Oh, afternoon delight. Welcome to the show. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. That's from Anchorman. Oh, I'm in a glass case of emotion. The thing with Baxter. Baxter! Uh, Brick! Brick, I love you, Brick. Oh, man. Go yourself, San Diego. That's me. So yeah, like I said, I mean, what it is, what's going on, folks? See, people ain't mad at me because I have a career on YouTube and I have a career doing radio. People love me. People love my career. What are you talking about? I'm good at what I do. Wait till I get to dress up in suits again and shave and look really good and do my thing. Like it's just like Anchorman. I mean, it's like you're a news reporter. It's just this is independent news, which is even better. I'm literally like Will Ferrell and Anchorman. You do the same thing. All right, Ron Burgundy. Ron Burgundy? Who put a question mark on the teleprompter? But yeah, man, like I said, like I'll help everybody, man. I'll fund their boxing career. Like I want it to be like kind of the way because 50 Cent, he's a Mason. So he's never rich. He don't have a dime. He don't have one rip cent or penny. But the Masons, they fund their projects. I want it to be kind of like that, like the way they was building G Unit, but it was off masonry. I want to do that independently, but our stuff will be even deeper than that. And it'd be all independently funded. You see what I'm saying? But like I wouldn't be using Christina and I's money or my money, right? Because whatever mine is hers and whatever is hers is mine. I wouldn't be using our money and I wouldn't do that to Christina. I would just use our money for what we're starting, like starting costs and stuff. And I talked to her about it and we figured it out. I want to build where we make our own money, like as a record label and all that. We can build studios and make money off music, but all that stuff I got to be careful about. I understand human behavior, you know? It's like if I open a studio, let's say like I open a studio in Vegas, I would be slow to do that because you already know what's going to happen is people are going to figure out the location of the studio and then there's going to be a problem there and then like I'm not going to be held what do they call it? Like they're not going to tell me I'm negligent or that I'm held legible or legally for anything like that. So I don't really want to do that. Like I'll build a private studio for me. I wouldn't bring nobody to it. You want to record, you record your verse wherever you at and send it to me. See, I don't play like y'all. Like that's the thing. It's like performing in front of people. Like I could do it for fun, but for what? I seen performers lose everything while they're performing. Everything. You just saw Antonio Brown. It's in the headlines. It said they just said Antonio Brown ruined his entire life because he got in an altercation because he's slow. Y'all took the term crashing out that was implemented by Freemasonry and Illuminati, societal slogan meant to brainwash you to lead to your downfall, and you took the bait and crashed out. Damn, crashed out for no reason. I dropped my sunglasses. I can't see without my glasses. Oh goodness, I'm Velma. So yeah, like, do y'all not understand basic arithmetic in reality? Like, it all makes perfect sense. Yeah, Antonio Brown just threw it all away so he could crash out for nothing, for no point, no reason. There was no point to crash out, but he just felt like crashing out. What a slow poke. And that's why I tell you, athletes don't get paid. And you think if he made millions of dollars in the NFL, you think he gonna throw that away? You think that Dwight Howard and that other dude looked like they like bro, they look like they was in a sandbox. These are grown men, bro, going back and forth immaturely. Y'all corny as hell. Because the truth coming out that, like I told you, NBA players don't get paid. You put me in the NBA, you're going to negotiate my contract. You're going to pay me more than all of them people in modern day slavery. You got that, boy? I promise you, you're going to pay me. If I was in a record label, you know why they won't sign me? Because they know I'm going to press them for my check. You're going to pay me my check. I'm not asking nothing. You're going to pay me. See the difference? See, I make people pay me. I do. You can check my history. I don't ask nobody to pay me. You pay me. You ain't got a choice. See what I'm saying? So we different. They don't want someone like that. You think they want to deal with that? I'm about my money. You feel me? I'm all about my money. I don't care if it's $10. You understand? Like straight up. Bro. I know how to go about things the right way. See what I'm saying? But you gonna give me my money. hmm I don't let people owe me. I work for you. You pay me my money. That's how that works. You don't have a choice. Welcome to America, boss. You know, that's how it's always been, and I've always gotten my money every time. Even people who thought they wasn't going to pay me, they ended up paying me because they knew they had to. You understand? I was pressing them, like real talk, every day on the phone, letting them know in person, coming through. Yo, what up? Where's my check at? They're like, you treating it like it's $1 million. I said, because to me, it's am because I'm paying. It is because I'm paying off taxes on a 50-acre property. That property should have sold for $500,000 at least. Y'all ain't do me no disservice. If there was foul play there too, because you're following me around, or Carly Fiorina was paying people off, it's all going to come out in court. They'll have to give me the property back and interest, a whole bunch of money. Y'all gonna have to pay me money and the inheritance he stole. I got properties probably in Cali right now that I own. That's what y'all don't get and don't want to talk about. See, that's the thing. I'm a living legend, bro. I'm the real deal, bro. I've got so much revolving around me, like the way, like I said, the illusion they try to portray of 50 Cent, where they were like, oh, he's a real dude. You know what I mean? You don't know what will happen with him. That's the truth about me. Like, I really, really am the real thing, a real gangster. So there's a lot of controversy around me. That controversy is real. It's there for a reason. Y'all thought these other people were internet stars. Like, they're not internet stars. They're a joke, bro. That's just the fake algorithm and the masonry because they're a mason and sold their soul. I didn't. I'm the only one on this network on YouTube who has their soul, who didn't sell their soul, who's not a mason, who has nothing to do with your weird system, your whack system. Rob, whack, 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 whack. And I literally am the only star on here. I'm a superstar. Like I said, you're gonna keep on seeing what it is. I already broke through the algorithm. Like I said, it's really easy, man. It's not even a problem. Feel me? So, like I said, I'll be in a position to help everybody. I need people who are good with computers, who can build stuff. Like, you ain't gonna see the live feed of me when I'm getting busy in the street, man. That's getting irritating. You ain't gonna see the live feed of me being Batman, but what you could do is I gotta have people who know mechanics. I gotta have people who can build me bat pods. I'm gonna be building a whole like all vehicles. I'm gonna be building like spaceships, bro. That's what people don't get. Like the kind of money we looking at and the mind I have. That's the thing. While y'all run your mouth, I study things and start building things. I'm gonna study how to build spaceships. I want to figure out the paneling that the military uses. That's not only bulletproof but proof for everything. I want to talk to the military. I'm going to have military connections helping me with stuff. Like I want to build tumblers, build them that literally shift like tectonic plates, just like in the movie. Like, this stuff is my divine purpose. You think that I'm not going to learn these things? I'm probably going to learn how to build all these things myself. It's cooler when you build a bat pod or a tumbler or a tank and you built it. Like, imagine saying that, like, no, like, I really built it. Like, you might need help, but see, that's what I'm talking about. That's where other people come in. I got to have help. Everybody needs help for everything, man. You don't do nothing by yourself. None of you did. What are you talking about? If anything but he did, I did forever. I do all this by myself, right? But I'm with God. I do it with God. So it's not by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, people got to wake up, man. That's what I'm going to be trying to do. I'm going to be trying to figure out how to build spaceships. Like, real talk. Like, y'all just don't get it, man. Y'all got your priorities misconstrued. Do you understand? This is the truth, whether you like it or not. That Batman could literally build anything he wants. Let's just say it like that to be nice and cute. He could build vehicles. He could build Batmobiles. He could build tanks. He could build spaceships. Batman could fly by in a spaceship, and they can't say anything about it. It would make the news. People would be like, "It's an unidentified flying object." They'd be like, "What the hell is that?" Right? But you can't tell Batman nothing. See, what I'm trying to explain to y'all is you're dealing with something that's literally like an alien with me, like another life form. Like, I'm not controlled by these little peon peasants, by you little humans. I'm not. What I'm doing is next level. I am literally connected to God. So figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking permission to do nothing, baby. This is the real thing, man. This is what I do, and y'all just ain't used to it because, like I said, you thought I was just some regular civilian. All y'all had me misconstrued. You thought I was just some regular dude. I ain't never been no regular dude. What? Me a regular dude? That's crazy. Ain't nothing regular about me, son. Right? Ken Poke? What? You know what I mean? So, like I said, bro, you talking to an actual genius here, bro, who's grimy and a street dude. How do you think I got this far? That's why I think it's so funny when people be acting like they got something for me. They gonna tell me something. Like, bro, you got to be joking, huh? I've got to be joking. But yeah, while y'all running your mouth on YouTube still, I'm gonna be building spaceships and stuff, my own fleet of vehicle. You don't need anything for them, literally. Like, I'm just gonna be able to do what I want. I can literally just fly through with a bat pod. What's anybody gonna say? I mean, like, it wouldn't have to be anything, but technically, I guess it would be street legal because it'd be something that you can just ride on wherever you want. The thing is going to be fast as hell. Like, I'm just being honest. That's what I need. I need something that's fast as hell, like supersonic speed. That's like just like the movie. Like, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of stuff I want to build. I want to build, and I would like to get it all properly, everything, vetted the right way, and I'll try to do it. But if it can't be done, I could just care less because I mean, this is all God's plan. I mean, I'm just saying, Batman was in a tumbler, bro, and the tumbler was flying over rooftops. Or no, that was the Batmobile. Then he used the tumbler on the other scene. So you got tanks, you got Batmobiles that are able to fly over roofs. I mean, that's not legal, but he was doing it. See my point? Batman just does what he wants. He's Batman. That's how it is. You're like, you have divine authority. You're like above everyone. I mean, it's just, it has to happen. You can't be a Batman that just does everything cute. That's not being Batman. You see what I'm saying? Y'all are just so used to acting. That's why everything they do they compare to the movie. Oh, you look like Eminem. No, I look like Tyrese Sneed. Oh, you look like Ryan Gosling. No, I look like Tyrese Sneed. Oh, you look like Brad Pitt. I look like Tyrese Sneed. Everything you have to take. That's why I just can't stand people. Everything like, oh, you look like a movie actor. No, I look like Tyrese Sneed. I look the way you wish you could look. I'm not gonna let you take the credit away from me. Like I said, like all the so-called women, your job. This is your job. I don't care how you take it or how you look at it. Like, oh, he's a cynical guy. No, I'm not. I'm telling you reality, and you're all delusional. If you're a so-called woman, your job is to look at me, be good looking, right, and admire that. That's your job. Your job should be to look for a real man in this society, and you're not used to a real man telling you what it is. Now, there's nothing crazy about telling you reality. What's crazy is that all y'all really delusional. Like I said, they all begging online every day, but then they'll sit there and tell you, you got something in your heart. You feel some way about us. No, I don't. I really don't care what you do either. I just think you're a headache, a migraine, and irrelevant and really annoying, to be honest. Straight up. Like, I don't care about people at all, especially people who don't show me no love. Like, what? Why would I care what y'all do? Like, I'm a human being. I care about everyone. Like, don't get it twisted. I care about everybody. I care about all of you, but I mean, don't take advantage of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, I just ain't worried about none of that. But I mean, like I said, so-called women, your job, like you're here for me. What do you think you're here for? You're not here for the man. It's just the thing. They was so all these people they so against me. They don't want to see a real man and the white man win. That's what it's been since day one. And I talk about the truth without sugarcoating it. I care less who feel what way about it. Good, then you know what it is, and you know where we stand. Like, yeah, this is who I am. Who you seen that's on my team? Almost no one. Who you seen that stands up with me or for me or defends me or cares about me? Almost no one. But I still stand my ground and still tell you all the truth. That's a man, bro. What? All you so-called women are here for me. You're not here to be on social media all day and do selfies, right? Common sense. See, women are delusional. They think that they're here for some other reason. You're here for me. All of you. Christina will tell you the same thing straight up because she knows it's true, not because she's just agreeing with me. It's just the truth. There's nothing different about my thought patterns other than that I see reality. In a crazy, insane society, the truth is looked at in a way that doesn't exist. No, I tell you the truth. So you so-called women are all here to do OnlyFans and try to sell content online all day, which should be illegal, right? And beg. That's all y'all do. All of them. They're all brainwashed robots. Pathetic, man. Unbelievable. All they do is beg. None of you make an honest living. None of you are looking for a man. They really are entitled so much. They're so brainwashed and delusional. They think the world revolves around them. These chicks that be on these social media apps, they think they look good. They think they look better than they do. Like, y'all is really on one. All you women are delusional. Let me be the one to tell you. I'll be a huckleberry all day. Y'all is lost. Y'all a joke. And y'all don't make no real money. Boy, stop that with that nonsense, bro. Don't none of y'all make no money off your fake content or none of that. All y'all broke. That's the reality. Yeah, if you so-called women on this planet, you here for me. This is a man's world. That's how it's always been. And the fact that a man has to actually get pissed off and tell you that, and I'm not pissed off. I'm just talking right now, but I'm just saying the fact that you have to pretty much, they force you to, you don't have a choice, is embarrassing for you. What do you think you're here for, bro? Y'all think you're here to take selfies? That makes sense to you? Seriously? You think you're here to work a 9 to 5 and be another wage slave? You're here to not be special. You don't know your worth. You don't know your value. You don't know you're a woman. I mean, tell me, explain to me. I wish I could interview women on my show because I'll be making a fool out of y'all publicly. What? It's probably why y'all won't do it. Well, stop it. Imagine sitting there begging. All y'all work in units. Y'all got like 8 people everywhere, like canned sardines. Y'all got to work together for everything just to get by. Boy, don't tell me nothing. I do everything by myself. Y'all can't tell me a thing. Get out of my face, straight up. I don't beg for a dime. I work hard. I offer a service that's a business. I survive off donations. Y'all ain't even donating. Y'all, you can miss me with your nonsense. Like I said, this world enables cowards and women. Y'all get every opportunity handed to you. Boys, stop that. Y'all ain't breaking no bread. Now, if you a woman who steps up and donates, then hey, that's awesome. How many times you seen that happen? Genuinely, never, never. No real women supporting me. I ain't gotten one donation. Then folks who said, like I said, when they told me you're a movie actor and kissing up and trying to take pictures and got all they people. I mean, I'm talking all they people looking at me, admiring me, like I'm telling you the truth. You got moms, you got daughters, you got everybody watching me. Okay, they all fans, they all watching Batman. They love Batman, right? But yet, has anyone, especially so-called women, contributed a red cent to what I do? No. Okay, then how is you a fan? I'm just asking a question that makes sense. So you can't even talk to people no more because none of them make any sense. They're all irrelevant and delusional. Like it's irritating. Like I like people who make sense. I talk to people who make sense. Like you can't even talk to women no more because they automatically assume you trying to get at them. You ain't that good looking, sweetheart. None of you. So first of all, get that right. Seriously, you're like you ain't special, bro. Y'all really be thinking you something you not. Like that stuff is crazy to me, bro. Like I can understand literally why you anger dudes. I can, and for anyone to not say, I've always spoken the truth on stuff like that. Like it's just like what we was talking about on Jimmy's show. Like, bro, you can't sit there and just put up with whatever from so-called women. Y'all want to give them a pass. So you try to use that as a manipulation. That's that narc stuff. I don't care if you a so-called woman. You don't just get a free pass to do whatever you want and talk anyway. Well, I don't care who you are. That's crazy. You got to stand up to yourself against everybody, bro. Like what? You got to stand up for yourself. Like, no, just because they women they don't get to do whatever they want. See, that's what this society tried to do. They try to coddle them. You know, it's catching up to all of them, man. They making the headlines every day on YouTube. They getting DWIs like nobody's business. They stay getting arrested. Y'all stay going through the system. All the same ones who on social media. They got social media stars getting arrested. Right now, they just had a dude. I think it was just the other day. If they release it when it happens, it was a guy who works for YouTube, a YouTube employee. He just got arrested. Y'all fools is all getting your karma. I'm watching your whole system crumble. God told me what it is and what was going to happen. I'm way ahead of my time. What I tell you, you should listen to. It's coming from God. It's God talking to you. It's divine knowledge. I'm telling you, all you so-called women, you should work on being a woman. If you work hard for your money, this doesn't apply to you. And I'm telling you, you're doing right. If you work a job, you work hard for your money, you're a good person, you care, you watch me and you enjoy what I do. I appreciate you. You're a real woman. That's what I have to say. And see, if you let people speak, they can say how they feel. This world, y'all don't be quiet. Y'all want to sit there and act. You can't even type online without somebody coming at you crazy in a way they would never talk to me to my face. That stuff is insane, bro. Like real talk. If I let things bother me, oh, I'd be in a rage every day, bro. With the way people talk to me online, bro, son, come on, dog. Like, cannot take y'all people seriously, bro. It's like everybody, like, I don't know who told y'all that talking is trolling, that you should all be trolls. It's everybody on the internet. And that means it's everybody out here. That's why I don't take people seriously. All you people with your opinions, I just ignore you. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Keep it pushing. Get out my face and let me get back to work. I don't pay attention to folks because I think all y'all are joke. I know what it is with me. I know that people are gonna talk to me the right way. I'm not gonna play no games. Feel me? You're gonna come at me correct. Now if you want to be respectful, cool, no problem. But see, that's the thing. I would never let nobody try to take my life or my story or my energy or what I built or my business and then act like they're gonna put it in some other light that ain't positive. You don't run me. I run me. And I run you. And I run everything. So you can go ahead and bow down and listen. That's reality. Sorry, but what? Like, what so-called women got more power than me? Please tell me. When's the last time you ever seen a so-called woman be successful? Carly Fiorina was the CEO of HP and ran it into the ground in front of John Hewlett, and that's my aunt. She was a failure. That's what she's known for. It was an epic fail, all of it, everything she ever did. Then she lost in that Planned Parenthood scam because she's a liar. Sorry, but what? When has a woman on this planet been successful? Please tell me. Huh? Who? It's like the culture when they like, we all getting money. No, you're in modern day slavery and the elites are laughing at you, controlling you like the puppets you are because you're still in it. They gave you this fake illusion of wealth, facilitated your expenses in your environment a little bit, and patted you on your back and said, good, you know what? You're doing what you're told. Here you go. It's all them fools on the TV shows, all them clowns, bro. Y'all lame as hell, bro. Aaron the plumber. A plumber has more opportunity than me that ain't even from my country. And you gonna say this America. Boy, you people is hilarious, huh? I, that is crazy, dog. Talking about he a man. Okay. You a man, but you don't own anything yet? What? See, this is the thing. You get a real perspective when you talk to me. I'm a grown man. Grown men have things. Grown men work their entire life and paid for things. I'm sorry, you a man, but you homeless and you don't got nothing at this stage in the game? What? You a man, but you do plumbing? If you do a trade and you over the age of like 30, there's something wrong with you. That's the reality. You go to trade school, you will not be successful. You will struggle forever, just like them fools that I knew. that acted like they was gonna donate. They disappeared too. I ain't heard nothing from them. They don't say nothing. I don't know what happened with them. Like I appreciate that you donated like $10 like once, but like that's what I'm saying. That's the way you treated me when I was over there in Atlanta. That's why I don't really deal with you. They ain't do me no favors. He was hating when I was over there, trying to say a bunch of stuff that wasn't true and talk behind my back, and it was like a wave of karma just came to him. That's what y'all don't get. It's everyone. I'm walking karma, bro. Like I would never wrong me. If you wrong me, I've just seen it happen too many times. Like everybody gets theirs every time without me trying. God just delivers, bro. Like God really protects me, dude. He loves me. It's crazy. I watched it my entire life, bro. And the karma I've seen that people have gotten for going against me and plotting on me and doing stuff behind my back has been severe. Like the worst things you can imagine. You understand? That's what I'm telling you. All them ghosts, all them entities, all them realms, all that stuff. I control it, bro. That's what you're looking at. That's what's so crazy. I think that's a light book. That's what I control and what I'm a part of. That's why, like that last short, y'all need to really watch that because that's the real me, bro. That's what Batman looked like. Batman is a scary monster, bro. I'm a monster. Y'all still think you talking to a regular guy? Yeah, that's the way God wanted to look. I'm an actual monster, bro. I come out of a dungeon and stuff. Why do you think I wear that armor? I'm a monster and I'm hungry. Real talk. I don't know what y'all talking about. You can see it in my eyes. You can see it when I'm in the streets. You can see how I'm moving. People can see what it is. I'm a legend, bro. Like, yeah, I'm a man, but I'm a Batman. It's real. That's what y'all don't get. That look in my eyes, that's the look. You understand? That's what all my enemies see. Don't you ever forget it. That's the look my enemies see. See what I'm saying? See, you worried about talking, and I'm out here actually being a monster. You see what I'm saying? How are we the same? Can you tell a monster anything tough? No. You run your mouth online and don't do nothing and ain't tough and don't get busy. And I literally am a monster. What? Talking to a vampire crazy. These people funny as hell. Ooh, for real. I said, what? Boy, you people funny as hell, bro. They'll never understand, man. Ever. And God created this monster. You created the monster, but God built and helped to create the monster. It was God's idea, obviously. God wants revenge, bro. God wants vengeance. He just using me. Telling you the truth. He told me, give me all your vengeance. Like, he literally told me vengeance is mine. That's what's so crazy, what I don't understand, because God's plan is just crazy. It's just so immense, you know? Like, but it makes sense, you know. He told me to give all my vengeance to him, like that he would handle everything. There's a light bulb. I don't know if you can see them, but they're super cool. They just came out right now. There's about three of them right here. They're all out here. Look right here. Right here. Can you see it? He's coming right here. He's going in circles. Coming. Come over here. They're cool, man. They like flip upside down and stuff. The way they fly is crazy. I used to love them when I was a kid, man. I used to collect them in little tanks so I could use the light. And they're cool. Actually, I saved one from a spider the other day. I dumped water all over the web so that it could get away or whatever, or I tried to. But you know, I don't know, man. Like I said, we all got different life paths. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see a pure-hearted person like me that ain't done no wrong to nobody, and like I'm an actual like saint, and God takes me and makes me into a vampire bat with fangs, you might want to pay attention. Just saying. It might teach you and tell you that, all things that are dark are not evil. Just saying. You know what I mean? Because clearly, that's a pretty dark concept to make, bro. Like God is real, bro, because God ain't playing, bro. I mean, like I'm a product of the darkness. That's why, like right now, you see how it's like pitch dark out here, and I love it. This is what I sit in it. Like I love the darkness. It's what saved my life. Like, y'all don't understand. I was given another chance, and it wasn't by anyone other than God. You know what I mean? Like, God said, like, nah, you're gonna stick around. Like, He refused. He like I refused to expire, but I'm telling you, people threw me in the darkness. Remember, I used to walk around those cities all those nights because people would leave me stuck out like a zombie. And that's what they tell me. They're like the darkness crowned you and gave you a crown. That's why I love the dark because it saved my life, man. Like it really did save me, bro. I was in Green Bay walking around all night, all across the city because I had to, because someone was hating on me and putting me in that position for no reason. Like what? How you tell someone to come across the country and then leave me out in the street repeatedly on purpose? That's funny. And all that's going to come out in the federal lawsuit. And you know what is the result of that? Prison time. Guaranteed. You can't do that to folks. See, everything that you tried to do and the person who gave the orders to do that, yep, you go to prison. Ain't nobody fooled over here, bro. We know what it is, right? See what I'm saying? Yeah, just because you a monster don't mean you can't take matters to court too, file federal lawsuit. Can't do stuff like that. Like I just don't get how it's so important to someone that they're willing to break the law to try to do whatever to me while they hide. I mean, I don't understand how you can be that downtrodden. Like you gotta be ashamed. That's crazy. That person has no self respect. That's hilarious. Sounds just about right. Hold up. But anyway, I'm gonna get going, man. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, it was a great show. And at the end of the day, man, I think everybody knows where it is and where I stand. Oh, there's my sternum. So we just gonna keep on pressing forward, keep on doing our thing, having fun. And that's it, man. Like I said, God got me, bro. No matter what, God got me. But I don't know. It is what it is. I kind of want to do like my Batman thing at night too more, but it's hard to do it right now. Oh, that's not freaky at all. Do you hear that? That's different. Sounds like a bat. Maybe it is one. I don't know. I told you there was a bat at one point. I'm pretty sure. All right. Well, I'm gonna get going, and that's it. Maybe the bats are talking to me. All right, because that didn't sound like no bird. But I'll talk to you in a minute, man. All right. We'll be back.